Alright, go do your
Go ahead, Poppy.
Good Poppy Cholo.
Okay. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to T.C.S. Sports. I'll wave hi here. So, yes, we are starting a bit late. I got home from work a little late. You know how it is.
Shame on you.
I'm so sorry. It was raining. You know how Pittsburgh rain traffic is, okay?
That's a bit of a mess. No.
So, as of right now, we're halfway through the second round of the draft. We're on pick 54. Green Bay has their pick in. So, once again, am sorry that we are starting a bit late. Was just trying to get everything set up
Sorry about that.
in a very short time. It's all my fault. My fault.
Bye.
So before we get into the draft, there are a few things that I do want to talk about. Main thing being about the first round Steelers pick, Derek Harmon. Shortly after he was drafted by us, his mother passed away. It is very unfortunate. I do feel for him. I am happy that his mom was there to witness him being drafted, but it is very sad. So, as Pork Dog over here is just like, let's take a moment of silence. Let's take a moment of silence. Alrighty, and back to it.
Just hopes, prayers go up to him and his family. Just hope they can do well and support each other.
Yeah.
That's all I can say.
Very sad.
It is sad, and
condolences to the family.
Yeah.
That's nuts. That's just not a fun, easy thing to have to do and deal with.
Whenever I got the report today, I was just blown away.
Melvin Gordon.
So, as of right now, Chargers have their pick in, and they chose Trey Harris, wide receiver from Ole Mississippi. Ole Miss. Sorry. That's a good pickup by them, snagging a wide receiver.
I haven't heard much about him. Have you?
Not much, but
Nappers.
Trey Harris. Well, there's a good point that they're picking up here is that he used to play with neighbors. So
yeah, Malik, won't you be my neighbors?
There are two other things that I do want to talk about and get your guys' standpoint on things. One, since we are halfway through the second round, there are two people that were projected to go in the first that are still available. We have, believe it or not, Shedeur Sanders.
Who?
What? And how could they? Second off, we have Mike Green, elite edge rusher.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see if he can be elite.
Yeah.
I mean, and
I think whatever team
era, he's elite.
If he gets drafted, I think the team wants to use Mike Green probably is more the outside linebacker than it is. I mean, be a rusher, sort of DJ-ish.
Yeah,
Herbig-ish.
Herbig-ish.
So it's hard to go with a running back and a wide receiver.
Yes, we have the Bears pick. Their pick is in. We'll see where they go.
Seahawks did pretty. I mean, Seahawks they have 3 picks so far, and all 3 of their picks so far were I thought positive plus picks that will definitely make a nice impact on their team. A little upgrade. I could pull that up because I don't recall off the top of my head because I'm watching a Lilo and Stitch commercial.
I mean, I'd like to know how the second round started off and recap on a few things just because.
Yeah, I'll be real quick. So it started off with the Browns taking the linebacker from UCLA, Carson Schwarzenegger, that dude. And then the Seahawks took Nick Wari, the safety.
Like a Memorial's open.
Okay.
And then they went and picked up Elijah Aworo, the tight end from Miami. I think didn't they have 3 picks? Oh, we don't need 2. I thought they had 3.
No,
Maybe just 2. Well, I'm probably going with their first round pick too, but Luther Burden went to the Bears. Trayvon Henderson went to the Patriots.
Which to me is a bit of a surprise pick when I'm considering they have Ramondre Stevenson. So I'm assuming they might have went him for depth or, just
Well, that's pretty much what we were saying last night. Is that most likely teams are just going to start going for depth now. Like
Sure.
Buffalo, Kansas, and Philly, they're going for depth.
Right.
But like some other teams, they probably got who they wanted right off the back, and it's just like, all right, let's go and get like a second or third string, see how they can evolve, and maybe they can work their way up to being a second string or even first. So it's a possibility. We've seen it happen.
And I will say that the one pick that I, since, didn't watch it at first, but the one pick that surprised me was the Saints going with Tyler Show
from Louisville.
Instead of going Shedeur Sanders, who everyone kind of thought they might go with in the first round.
Well, and then that whole thing with the Texans ended up going with Jaden Higgins, a receiver from Iowa State.
Which I kind of understand because I do believe one of the receivers is injured.
Yeah.
I forget which one. But so that might be a good help for C.J. Stroud, trying to get some better passing out there.
So, want to go back and touch base on Sanders. I was having a conversation today while at work about Sanders and why he wasn't being picked. So, a lot of people are believing it's because of his attitude towards the sport and towards other players. They feel like he's turning into his dad. So, cocky, egotistical,
and believe it or not, that speaks volumes with a lot of organization.
And which team will take someone like that because it's happened a lot? Steelers.
Yeah, and after
not to try and say, hey, he's going to go there, but you had AB, and right now you have GP, you got DK, the crash operator.
So how about
people are nicknaming them?
Mm-hmm. So the Bears pick is in. The Bears have this pick here, which is 56, and they still have a 62nd pick.
Yeah, they said they have 5 picks remaining. Yeah, the Bears, so they can kind of stack.
So now you're looking at Bears, Lions, and then the Raiders.
Here we are. Here we go with a special guest to make the announcement.
Seth Rollins. That's funny.
And we got Seth Rollins saying the pick for the Bears.
Green Bay, Wisconsin. Is that all you got? Come on, you can be louder than that. I know y'all mad because championship gold looks good on the blue and orange. But in all seriousness, Green Bay, we're in the shadow of Lambeau Field. And I love Lambeau Field because the king of the North, the best quarterback in the NFC North, Caleb Williams, is undefeated at Lambeau Field. And in case y'all aren't familiar with my game, let me remind you, I am a visionary. I am a revolutionary. I am Seth freaking Rollins. And I am here to tell you that with the 56th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the greatest franchise in the NFL, the Chicago Bears, select Timothy Trapillo, tackle from Boston College.
All of them are pretty tackle.
It's so wrong.
Chicago.
Well, you know,
So Bears pick Ozzy, Trapillo, Iowa,
He's a legit
offensive tackle, Boston College. That helps secure something for Philadelphia.
Great
That's all I can
experience
say.
on both sides.
Yeah.
Started a lot at right and
man,
left
it did a
tackle.
job.
No doubt he offers position flexibility. At 6'8", 316
Wait, I
pounds,
thought-
I think someone that
So on the clock, we do have
he
the
plays right
Denver
on his feet.
Broncos.
Heavy hand, position
So they
flexibility.
did snag some
And
good defensemen.
the only thing
They
I don't
just
like
got,
about him is you would guess
looks
that
like Broncos will
plays
be
a little bit
trading.
high, but
Trade
he's
war.
in training with Dante
Maybe they
starting
trade
here,
us.
the former New England Patriot offensive line coach.
The Lions.
From an offensive
That's a
line.
little surprising.
So he's been working with him.
Yes,
So I
the
have no
Lions.
Maybe
doubt.
the Lions be
Technical
trying to
standpoint, this young
aggressively
man
get here.
will get his pad
Like, who
level
would be
down.
available
But I
for
love
them?
the athletic.
Well, the first round they got that.
Tell you what, he
Well,
Yes, I'm sure you would watch this kid because he really he has 36 starts talking about right tackle and left tackle. He
They
do
did
slides
get, they got
inside
DJ
pressure as
Reed
well. I think
last
Trapillo
season.
made a lot
Oh,
of
well, the Bears. Look at Bears. They go after tight end. Colson Love, like Luther Burton. You know, they get a offensive line.
Yeah, so I mean, the Bears just up their offensive line. And they already got their defense
So
in
the
free
new
agency
offensive-minded head coach
offseason.
excited about
They are heading in the direction of being a much improved team
in the
for the
NFC
season.
North.
So, I mean, that's
Yeah,
nice.
I mean, give some credit to the new head coach, Ben
Some
Johnson.
special visitors
He was
as
a
well.
great
We're gonna have some
OC in
Detroit
the
selection.
Lions.
Yeah.
I hope they can only improve from here.
But you would think with them being new that, you know, he wouldn't really have much say so in a pick, but
We
still
are honored
has
to
a
have with us
decent
the surviving family
Yeah.
members of the
And
United
it's everyone in
States
that
Army
room.
Specialist
But
Christopher Kuby, who will announce the selection of the Detroit Lions second round pick. As a proud soldier, Christopher deployed to Iraq where he was tragically killed in an IED explosion in July 2007 at age 18. Specialist Kuby's service was marked by numerous awards and decorations,
Appreciate you, bud.
including the Bronze Star Medal and the Purple Heart. Christopher grew up in Michigan and was a lifelong fan of the Lions, passionately cheering his home team whenever he could. We honor him and thank
Dude,
you
this is a sad
the tragic
moment.
assistance program
What happened?
survivors,
you're over here, you're just like,
those grieving
I
the
see
loss
guys.
of a military loved one. And now I'm going to turn it over to his John and David, who are
The
now
commissioner.
in honor of their brother and son.
Dude, the commissioner can get some.
Let them get the cheer, baby. Let's hear it.
Yes, you will.
I still love how when they're showing the crowd with the draft. It's so kind of
Thank you. Thank you so
not
much.
as much
Thank
as
you.
the
Here we
first
go.
one.
Oh, yeah.
Denver Broncos have traded the 57th pick to the Detroit Lions. With the 57th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Detroit Lions select Tate Ratledge, guard from Georgia.
Okay. So Lions go with a guard,
Oh,
Tate
okay.
Ratledge from
Well, he has
Georgia.
great size,
Straight up.
and he has great hair. He has a mullet that was the stuff of social media
That's a good
legend
move for them.
at the
Trying to help Jared
combine.
Goff.
As we watch this gorgeous moment here
Right, yeah.
with the
kind of
commissioner and the
help protect
family,
a
and
little bit.
Ratledge.
Maybe also,
There's the mullet we were talking about.
Oh,
Two-time
oh,
national champ,
it's a nice wallet
American
here.
in his final season in Athens, despite missing 4 games.
The new offensive coordinator, Johnny Morton, is going to absolutely love him. He dealt with an ankle injury, missed a couple games in 2024. But this guy is legit. He's excellent balance, functional strength. He's consistent. He can pull. He can get to the second
and that'll
level.
help with
He can
Detroit's
love
offense was having a
linebackers. He's
dual
got
threat.
quick feet. You see the hand use.
Full threat
You see
running
how he
back.
can punch,
I mean, they
reset.
Have some holes.
He
They
can
got,
roll three techniques. He can block a
Sewell.
one-on-one. There's really nothing he can't do. You
Another good all-rounder for
this
them.
guy in, I believe,
He's good at
that's
opening
right
up,
guard for
you know,
Detroit.
gaps.
And he can
Right.
fit right in with the culture Dan
Flipping,
Campbell has filled up there. You got to love
So,
this pick. Tate Ratledge, one of the more impressive
Yeah, you know,
offensive
that two there.
linebackers of position that I watched this year.
So I mean, it's not going to go defense, they got offense.
Ten picks
And their
from
pitchers ready. Here they come.
they got
With the
They probably got a lot of later
here in
picks.
round two.
most likely, yeah.
But I mean, the Raiders did get Landon Roberts, so I mean, that's a big.
NFL fans here in Green Bay,
We'll see how
are you
that
having
works out.
some fun tonight?
So I mean, they did get Ashton Johnson
You
first
guys
time,
are
so
absolutely amazing.
they're gonna go
And I get
defense.
the privilege of representing some other amazing fans, that being Raider Nation.
That's an
I was
interesting
blessed
suit.
to play 13 years with the silver and black.
Made it to.
And the man who used to always make this pick is a Raider legend, an NFL Hall of Famer, Willie Brown. And I want to give a shout out to Willie Brown. His tradition in this place was he wanted to give a heartfelt appreciation and thanks to all the mothers of the NFL community. It's 2 weeks till Mother's Day, and he always wished them an early Happy Mother's Day. If you're a fan of the NFL, if you're a player in the NFL, if you're a coach in the NFL, you likely had a very supportive, encouraging mom or mom figure that sacrificed to make that dream possible. Tonight, we have another dream being made. With the 58th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Las Vegas Raiders select Jack Besh, wide receiver, Texas Christian. Just win, baby.
Alright, so wide receiver,
Here's some of the
TCU,
most
Jack
emotional
Besh.
stories
You know to help
of
with
this draft that
newly
we'll tell in
acquired defensive
detail. And
by looking at Ashton Johnson.
his brother Tiger was a football player who was killed in a terror attack
I would
in
have
New Orleans on New Year's Day. We'll talk about that in a moment. A month later to the day, Jack caught the game-winning touchdown on the final play of the Senior Bowl. He is a transfer from LSU who had 62 catches and 9 touchdowns.
So we got
at
Baltimore up next.
Tell you what, these
And
guys,
then
everything you want. You talk about the attitude of your approach. You talk about early on, you thought he was going to be a star at LSU. And we talked about what he was going to be able to do throughout his 3 or 4
Baltimore, Denver, and the Commanders and the Bears.
Receive
So
yards,
Bears got another one coming up soon.
touchdowns with 9. Oh, the Savion Williams was a Wildcat quarterback and moved to that position later in the
I would
year.
say maybe
Talk about
defense.
winning
More depth.
state titles in football as a junior and senior
Defense
member
or
of the
line.
College Sports
Yeah.
Basketball team who won
Maybe
3
they
straight
would run
men.
back.
What do they got at
Athletic.
corners and
What he's
safety?
trying to do was late. I mean,
I know they have
he will
James
go get
Johnson.
it. He will get the contested
Safety,
catches.
they-
Very good hand. Tracks the high points of football. I thought he'd take
That was
percent the catch. I thought he made things happen with the ball. His intercept the catch.
Well, they also
Really
just
good
got
route
some
runner.
that's,
Creates a lot of separation. I tell you what, you talk about Jack Beck.
Some Bears.
There you go. You think you got it
I didn't
covered,
have
you
Jalen
don't.
Johnson, so
Hands on
I
three. You talk about the technical aspects of running with Green. The number one thing I'll say, from a football character sense, it stands out when he steps on the
Yeah, so they signed, the Bears signed a fair amount of offensive linemen.
Great football.
They also now, like, you know,
He's a terrific
so they
player.
received Colson Loveland and tight end Luther Burton.
After the tragic
And then on
event
defense,
involving his brother being
all they signed was like Grady Jarrett
at the Senior Bowl.
and Dale.
Emotional, and as Jack enters the league, it's about a lot.
They have Taquan Brisker, Kevin Byard,
Of his older
Jalen
brother,
Johnson,
Tiger, with him.
Tyreek Stevenson.
Jesus.
So they got
My
some.
brother's name is Tiger Besh. He was my best friend.
Raiders got Cooper
He was
Kupp.
my mentor. He was the person I always looked up to, the person I always wanted to be. He died January 1st, 2025, in the terror attacks in New Orleans on Bourbon Street.
Breaking news, a pickup truck plowed into a crowd of people on Bourbon Street.
14 innocent victims all dying.
Yeah, I mean, I think
He was the
Bears
person
for
that
their
first saw greatness in me.
50th
He
pick.
would have wanted to play
Yeah,
college
they can
football
go.
at Princeton University up in New Jersey.
Tiger Beach, he is gone for 70.
Whenever a team gets me, they're not only meeting Jack Besh, but
Yeah, I think they go defense here. They've already gotten the Bears already gotten 3
to
offensive
remember him and
I mean,
to represent him.
3 offensive players.
The first one I have is 7 to Heaven. That's the number he wore in high school and in college.
Maybe they go.
The second one is Roman
Maybe
numerals.
they do go
Right over my heart. It's his birthday, January 28th, 1997.
Maybe even-
And he died
Yeah,
January
yeah,
1st,
come be ours. It's
2025.
been a
And they
decent
just go and
safety.
represent that they're both my other side, that he's my other half, and
Also,
he'll
Jalen
forever
Johnson.
be my other
They
half.
took Grady Jarrett, so maybe they go DT to try and get some depth for him.
And so obviously there's so much more than football involved in this story, and they
Except for that, like, you know,
that you see
like behind Grady Jarrett and
his family and the memory of his brother.
Um,
Just an
but
overwhelming
here we got the
story in
Ravens
so many
pick,
ways.
which is in.
It
That's
absolutely
pretty cool. Let's see who they go for.
since the Barreto story, it's something that will stick with people who follow football, who follow Jack Messer's coaching story forever. And he's someone who's just easy to cheer for. Just easy to cheer for. Las Vegas got a good one. You can see the cheers in the room, you know, they are tears of joy and excitement and tears of another sort as well, what all the family has been through.
And then they go
A lot of people around the NFL
They got Malachi Stark
his family in this moment
in the first round.
to celebrate his selection in the second round.
And because all they signed was all they got was DeAndre Hopkins and Cooper Rush.
The commissioner is making his way out,
They did lose
and I believe the commissioner
players.
is going to
So I would say
make a
maybe on the
special
line or
They do have Chidobe.
I feel after they lost too.
Yeah.
piece for the Ravens.
They get Roquan Smith, Tavius Robinson,
The
and
commissioner will
Trenton
not once
Simpson
again.
as their linebacker for us.
I mean, they have 10 figure meeting.
Information. We'll take a short break here, one way or another. Obviously, an extraordinary night. The NFL draft is about so many things, and football sometimes is only one of them. We'll continue from Green Bay in just a moment.
But they do need a kicker though. So maybe they go kicker.
Come back up.
Well, we'll wait and find out.
Warm salted caramel macadamia.
This is a good opportunity for me to go and get a drink.
Word.
Liberty Mutual is all she talks about since we saved hundreds by bundling our home and auto insurance.
Hey kids, it's pronounced.
So what are your thoughts on the draft so far?
Hold on. I have a question.
Sure. Fire away.
Last time, I remember the Bears had a lot
Very
of picks
Okay, that's
and
an
they had to get.
Hey, I'm not the one.
Is that common or are they just a bad team?
She's two.
Only pay for what you need.
They've had difficult seasons that
When
a lot of that
migraine
allowed
strikes,
them
do you question the trade-offs of treating? Ubrelvy is another
Um,
option. It works fast, and most have migraine
somewhere
pain relief
within
within
the
2
top 10 to
hours.
15 of a
You can
draft.
treat it
There's
anytime,
very few
anywhere.
teams.
Tell your doctor all
And I
migraine is
assume
okay.
the
Don't take it for
teams
granted.
do the work
Strong
if
Oh,
they first
so
Get help right away for
so
reactions like trouble
there's a
breathing,
lot of other
snuff, tongue and
factors
throat
that play
swelling, which may
into
occur hours to
various
days after.
teams
Side effects include nausea
via
and sleepiness.
maybe trades or things of
Migraine
that
pain relief
nature.
starts with you. Learn
You
more
know,
about
some
it.
teams will trade,
Ubrelvy.
Check out
maybe
the
a three
new whip.
pick and then get like
Holy cost.
three picks for their one pick. I mean, things of that nature happens, time and time. So
I remember Carlos was terrible.
You're going on the benches.
Yes, I am. This Memorial Day weekend. In fact, I just asked my sister if she'd come on this one.
So, like,
We're looking for the family.
whoever does the worst during the season goes first.
correct. Whoever has the worst record.
Discovery, but this is on what we
The Titans had, like the Titans,
very curious.
the Giants, the Browns, they were among the
One used to like the Browns.
they were among the teams that
This.
No,
had
sorry,
Is a
Brown
meal.
beats me. What the
We're
Browns?
talking a good food that makes you feel good meal.
Alright.
You
I
feeling good?
didn't like the Steelers, so
So-
he liked the
Now,
Ravens.
meal this.
so linebackers that are still available: Mike Green, Ashton,
Catching up
Watt,
with this meal.
Landon Jackson,
Been there.
Jordan
Ooh, a
Burke,
scoring for dumplings meal. Thank you. Do I spy and I need 5 minutes to myself
defensive
meal?
backs Trey Amos
Whatever you're feeling.
out of Ole Miss,
Habanero. It just meals good.
some dude out of Florida State, Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame, Kevin Winston Jr. from Penn State, couple safety.
There's still some names out there.
United Football League.
Oh, there's plenty of
And Sunday starting at
Yeah.
noon on ESPN.
names and talents. And
Back in Green Bay, time for another look at Mel's best
Yeah, I
available.
mean, I think here,
so best available right now: Shador, Mike Green, Darius Alexander, defensive tackle, Trey Amos, a corner, and Jared Wilson, a center.
they can win the OCB. They have one upgrade.
in this draft, and of course, Jared Wilson, center out of
Jared
Georgia,
Wilson.
best center
Maybe they go Mike Green.
in this draft. Oil
I see best Green.
I wouldn't be surprised. Being the Ravens, I wouldn't be surprised if they go Mike Green.
Work very tough. He's like guards with the athleticism and the speed.
Been known to
300-some pounds. While the new sensor shows a little extra energy in Mel's voice, it's because the Ravens
Yeah, I would go for the
a
same.
selection. What does your hometown team
It's
mean? Well,
it's
we'll find out as they are
yeah.
set.
What is it with Mike Green that he's pass by.
It could have been injury, it could have been his personality, the way he
You may also
was.
know me as Wise Farmer Brown. When first at North Carolina, we have been on the first fruits farm, where we have grown, harvested, and donated more than 2 million pounds of food to help with hunger relief and hunger throughout our nation. And so our motto is to never stop giving, never stop loving, and never stop growing, so that no child
Next to you
will
because
go without food.
dude, it looks like you're eating all the food.
My son JW and I, we have the
That's your
honor and privilege of presenting tonight's pick for
What?
the Baltimore Ravens.
I might have
The
I
59th pick in the
have a bad
2025
habit
NFL Draft, the Baltimore Ravens have selected Mike Green, linebacker.
Mike Green, go
There
bye.
he goes. Went to the Ravens.
So
Good
there's
fit, good
man
pick.
we were talking about now.
They
Transfer
need
from
him.
Man,
Virginia.
this is crazy. He went that far.
17
Yeah, I would cry too, man.
last year.
You know, he was in like what, top 10,
Had a tackle for loss in
top 7 maybe even,
13 games and at least one sack.
or thereof, and
Tremendous improvement between 2023
Hey,
and
you get to face the
2024.
Steelers now.
Production went from
Come back with that.
43 tackles to 84.
If you think about, like what goes through their heads whenever they think, they're projected to go in the first round.
again, it could be, it
He's got tremendous.
it might be a very athletic and like talented player, but they go through a lot of other stuff.
Just dominated against
Not just your athletic ability,
Three sacks. Appalachian State 2.5 sacks. They said 23
But like what I was saying is like, I think what goes through their heads.
Football book. This kid
Like
can get after
you're projected to go first.
Love how he rushes the fast.
Yeah, you don't get picked in the first, then you start,
Oh, you start to worry because then you start to.
Next stop, Blue
Well, for sure, they probably start to worry.
You better be relentless. You better go get the football. There were some concerns about
Yeah, that's probably
top
fake
You
QBs.
think this isn't power, Louis Riddick?
Oh, good grief!
So don't tell me about this man doesn't have
Oh
power.
my
There
goodness!
shouldn't be
You
any
just
concern whether or not he can hold up on the ends. The only thing he's got to do is continue. And better
I don't.
but all the
I have a feeling that the
double digit
that offensive line is in that little
he went to the first
drill.
play
I
like
don't think really
the whole culture thing down there.
felt like that dude was going to come out like that. I think
He's
one of those.
nasty now.
There was
He is nasty. He's got a
Well, that just goes to show he goes 100%.
All right, so that's
all, at that time, yeah.
He's ready to announce their pick here at
Oh yeah, Broncos.
Broncos. So I think
Oh my God, they already. Oh, dude, I have to pick one.
Oh, baby.
I was waiting till it
It's a blessing to be here. Broncos country, let me hear you.
They could use one for sure.
Baby.
What's it going to be like? Kelly Johnson. It's going to be
We got another one into the College Football Hall of Fame. We did it. Now, with that said,
That I can tell you with.
with the 60th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Denver Broncos select R.J. Harvey, running back, UCF.
They have no idea who that dude was.
Interesting.
All they did was get excited because he said running back. They're like, who?
Yeah, Broncos got R.J. Harvey, a running back from UCF.
Exploded. Last
Central Florida.
just under 35 yards of offense, Lewis.
Just how many helping you out?
Touchdowns.
He's the 23-24 Doak Walker Award semifinalist for nation's best running back. So
This guy can get in and
he's a
out
little
of a
shifty.
hole in
Like
a
a little,
hurry. You'll see him,
he's a
and then he's
oh,
gone.
looks to be
This
shifty. Dude.
instant
Well, at least he
acceleration,
can go
ripping
somewhere.
off big
At least.
runs.
No go.
Oh,
You see
looks like
him just the halfback, catch the ball, and he's out the gate. You aren't going to catch him. You aren't going to catch him. You aren't going to catch him. Sean Payton will figure out a way
I
to
mean,
get this guy the
hopefully he'll
football
be good
and have him be an electric playmaker.
Especially
Since the Broncos took up a corner and then a running back.
Plus
Yeah.
20-yard plays.
They got
They look very similar. They look like
pass
runs
game
now.
and plus 10-yard plays in the run game.
So now it's Washington, Commanders, Bears, and Chiefs and
We go
Eagles.
running back in round one.
Will we see another Eagles Chiefs
In round
game?
two. They take the ball.
That was the question.
I don't think so.
Come quickly now, Washington.
Yeah, so Washington obviously with Debo
And here comes
Maybe
the
Laramie
second pick of the night for the
and they
Commanders.
lose Jonathan Allen and De'Ami Brown and
This dude and that dude, you know.
What's up, Commanders?
Kerry Clark.
Commanders, where are you? Check this out. With the 61st pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the three-time Super Bowl champions, times world champions.
Nice.
Washington Commanders selects Trey Amos, defensive back, Mississippi.
Alright. Sick, man.
This is Trey Amos, he's corner from Ole Miss.
Skills. He got 15
Good pick.
breakouts last year.
Fair pick, for sure.
Second best in the nation.
No show.
First team all SEC. He's got it all, Grady. He's got it all.
They say he's sort of like Christian Benford.
His defensive coordinator down at Ole Miss meet
RJ
saying,
Harvey.
remind him of this guy. Patrick Surtain,
Bucky Irving.
with his ability to get up on the line of scrimmage with his leg.
So he's one of Riddick's
Remain
sleepers.
patient. Be able to stay in phase. Don't
Okay.
panic. If a guy gets on top of you, play the eyes in the hand. And just break up the pass. This looks
Mike Green was compared to
the way Patrick
Will
and
Anderson.
plays this ball, this play, fade down on the goal line. He has that kind of thing, the physicality, the ability to play strong through the catch point. First, you get the jam. Here, a two-hand jam. Again, remaining patient.
So now it's the Bears with their
Continue to fight. Get
Yes,
the ball
Mike
out
Green
at
to
the
the
catch
Ravens
point.
is
He has that
definitely
as well.
concerning.
And you see Patrick
Yeah,
Surtain.
I mean-
You see him here going up against Devontae Adams. Two-hand jam. Square
I think any,
honestly,
any,
get the ball out.
AFC
He
Oh,
North
they're
team
comparing that
picks,
to
I think they're going to be
You're
well
talking about
contained if they can use
Washington
them right.
football team
So,
that needs another
I
wide
fear
receiver
for
on the
whoever we
inside.
have as
So
our starting
Marshawn
quarterback
Lattimore just
in
didn't
that
look
game.
the same as he did
Probably
before
would
when
have.
he got to Washington last year. Philadelphia was exposed him. We don't know if he's healthy or not. He
Hey,
looks
don't
like
worry.
he's
Broken in half.
He's got
25.
Roger Jones
But
blocking
I'll tell you
him.
this, Trey Amos is going to play a big role in getting that defense.
B. Jones.
He's going to get like 3 penalties and
I
drop
want to be
like
Jones.
25 yards.
Perhaps a little later than we had expected. To take a short break, the Bears have had a very busy night. They've already made 2 kicks in
Yeah,
this
so Bears
round. They
Chiefs.
will make another as we continue
So
from
Bears
Green
got
Bay
their
right
pick
after
on
this.
this one.
Yeah.
So, I mean,
That's cool.
At Ace,
Cool.
we know not all
Cool.
I
paint is
mean, when you're that close to the
so to do it
stadium,
right. Start with
Yeah.
exceptional paint that's designed to last. Only Ace has this collection of
at least you
premium
don't have to worry about parking.
Magnolia Home by Joanna Gaines and Clark in Kensington. And your local Ace has premium service and quality paint that stand up to the test of time. With
I'm
gallons
just saying.
that's fine. No, that's fine. That's fine. Yeah, no, like,
What pick do you
and
have?
right now, get 20% off
83rd.
gallons of select Benjamin Moore premium interior paint.
so that's fine.
Yeah, so get your seat cushion all together. So it's kind of. Let's say pretty
I'll just take because who the fuck did the Chiefs and the Eagles need?
So, I mean, Chiefs went wide. I mean, they could go defense. Just something like that.
You probably got
I mean, you do have,
well, yeah, the Chiefs on an offensive tackle, Johnson.
Travis Kelce agent.
Eagles took linebacker Jahad Campbell.
With Indeed,
Eagles
you
are
avoid awkward
linebackers.
salary
So
conversations
they, I
on the
think they
start.
stick with a little bit of defense.
Is it competitive?
I mean, they have some good offense. They just kind of need depth in defense.
Our Earth is rich with minerals.
Get forgiving
That was the
Denver
ecosystem,
to Chicago.
and we must protect them at all costs.
What? I'm sorry, what was that?
We can discover.
No, he said, what the hell did Buffalo get for giving that pick to Chicago?
It's too late.
Oh,
Oh, was this pick supposed to be?
Buffalo picked up defensive tackle T.J. Sanders from South Carolina.
No, so I guess they kind of did a little trade and so they got a defensive tackle.
Right.
So defense, there you go.
Choose one appetizer and 2 entrees. Applebee's famous 2 for $25 with
Good.
new sizzling skillets and steak.
Think I'm ready to drive this thing. Not
I
yet.
know.
The chainsaw. Not yet, not yet. I'm ready for the shot. Social media? Not yet. It's okay to say not yet to social media. Kids say content watching with no internet, no social media, and no everything. Yeah, safely connected.
Yeah.
Okay. So the Bears already got posted on the list of so and then that Ozzy Trujillo. So we got from here.
Bears?
So you go defense.
Probably maybe just
Probably get some
defense.
depth. Yeah, that's what I would assume.
So
Hey, Rye.
some guys are best available on the list. There's a defensive tackle, Darius
Welcome back to
Alexander.
the 2025
Javon
NFL Draft.
Rivers,
We are presented
corner,
by
East
40-Yard
Carolina.
Line Marriott.
That one quarterback from Colorado.
Run for it. The fans of Green Bay have had a
Center
lot
from
of chances to
Georgia,
celebrate
Shamar
here
Turner,
after the
defensive
draft in their
tackle.
town, and they've had a lot of opportunities to boo during this round too, because the Chicago Bears, with some maneuvering around, are about to make their
A fair amount of wide receivers.
of this second round, and we still have round 3.
Yeah, they didn't have to read the song.
With pick number 62.
Maybe they go on maybe they get that DT.
Y'all must be born this bad weather. Y'all gotta live there year round. Because I know y'all not born the best team in the division. But on a serious note, with the 62nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Shador said
the
he
Chicago
wasn't mad
Bears
at not
selected
going in
Shamar
the first
Turner,
round.
defensive
Haven't seen
tackle
anything
from Texas
from
A&M.
Egon.
Probably.
So
And here the Bears are going Shamar Turner, defensive tackle from Texas A&M.
For the Aggies, he has 10 quarterback sacks, 6'3", 290 out of DeSoto, Texas.
Yeah, it's a good offense.
Yeah, 6'3", 290. Yeah, it's going to be a guy that's probably going to try and get to the quarterback.
I know that he's with the foot issue, but I love how he plays the run. Better run defender than a pass rusher right now because he uses his hands fighter, able to disengage and get off guys and make tackles inside the tackle to tackle. I think he could become a better pass rusher if he can learn to use those hands, learn to flip his hip. But he's a violent player, high motor player. He can play the nose tackle, more of a nose tackle than a 3 technique. I think when you put him in this defense, he will be able to dominate the center.
Tight end, receiver, and
It's
offensive
hard with
tackle.
his pads a little bit, right? When they put him on the move, though, they put him on the move. He can
So
create
now we have the Chiefs on the clock.
We are
And so far they've
rapidly approaching the end of this second round. The Kansas City Chiefs pick is in. They will announce their selections, and the Eagles will go, and then we'll be on to round 3. And here comes one of the Chiefs legends to announce their next selection.
guard. They're on top of the first round.
Oh, you'll be surprised. I mean, it's not what you think, but it just pops up. Dude, I'm trying not to, but
That's what I want.
Yeah. With the 63rd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft,
Message has been
the
received.
Kansas City Chiefs select Omar Norman Lott, defensive tackle, Tennessee. Let's go, Chiefs!
I have no idea what that
California kid played his first 3 seasons.
Yeah, so
is. You go
With
upstairs.
the Balls, where he had
That's his
9.5 sacks, only had 5 career
yes, Chiefs
starts.
got Lamar
in
Norman
5
Lott,
college
the
seasons.
defensive
Yeah, it wasn't a
tackle
regular
from
start.
Tennessee.
It really was a third down
I'll
pass
say
rush.
that.
When I used my name, I was like, I'm not a
The season he played this year against Florida, and I was sitting there watching him in practice. This guy was just beating everybody. You know, the tape just showed up. Just excellent get off.
He said that Chris Jones replacement possibly, but yes, I
Temperament. He shows that Aaron Donald's cross chop book that really just talks behind all the
Maybe. That's big shoes to fill.
the play
Chris
recognition.
Jones though,
Chris Jones is big shoes to fill.
Pass
but
rush,
he is
line
aging
of
slowly though,
scrimmage.
at some point.
He had it all. See what Brett Beach saw.
Yeah,
So I get that. But that's still.
Inside,
Travis Kelce,
offensive
where I
line's
think
gonna
we
have
should
some
get
problems on third down.
at some
You
point.
mentioned Aaron Donald, 6'1", 290
Travis
pounds.
Kelce.
Daddy
Oh.
Kelsey, bro, get with it.
I apologize.
Oh, sorry, Taylor's.
He will give guards.
Yeah, so they, so
I did some more to my house.
Get off and his ability to get vertical in a hurry.
So looking for storylines in the draft, he is the 9th defensive tackle selected so far. With
Eagles pick is in.
the second round. Frederick McFarland is loving it. We got one pick to go in this round number 2. The defending champs. We're here from the Eagles right after
I'm not
this.
gonna.
What is he looking at?
I'm just trying to like see who's on the clock next and stuff.
It's on the ESPN website.
It's all, yeah.
Who the fuck is Ozzy Trapilo?
Not free.
As a friend,
Not free.
professional friend.
People pick
The pick is in on the Eagles.
So, and so the Eagles got me scared who they gonna pick.
What's better than a limited time deal? An
Yeah,
unlimited
I
time
mean,
deal.
I
That's why
still
the
think
$5
defense, since
Your
they've
Bacon
lost a lot
Cheeseburger
of
is available
defensive
all the
players,
time. Because the best
because they did go John Campbell, linebacker. So maybe you go see
Best deal of all time, gotta be Wendy's.
Gatorade, the world's most superior sports drink.
Carl. I mean,
Well, there are some CBs and wide receivers that are available still
The best
that can go and probably
Gatorade.
get added into your depth and quite possibly be used.
Could you email me the part about Geico?
Yeah.
Make it easy to
Yeah.
switch and save
Oh,
hundreds.
yeah,
Sure.
Quarterback. You got a great receiving core. They could go tight end for depth, but I would feel like that might be.
Yeah, they got AJ Dillon and
You
Aziz
don't know
Ojolari and Kenyon Green.
Of course, I know your name.
Defensive end Josh
Just get
Uche.
you
They
mixed up with
lost
the other guy.
Darius
What's his
Slade,
name?
Sauce
What's your
Gardner,
name? We can say.
Josh Sweat. Gonna make you sweat.
Could you just tell me?
So, maybe maybe go D-line and edge or defense.
Order a 10-piece McNuggets meal with spicy noodles and unlock epic add-ons in Minecraft.
I think no matter who the Eagles pick, that team will work. So
Let's build.
that's all. Edge rush might be useful, yeah.
It's offensive line. So anyway,
So this one, I think they picked up edge, so
we have defensive tackle Darius Alexander. Defensive, some guys are available. Devon Rebel, the corner. That still at quarterback from Colorado. Galen Knoll, receiver from Iowa State. Jordan Birch, an edge from Oregon. Kevin Winston, safety from Penn State.
With the NFL app. For all things
Galen Royals, a wide receiver. Landon Jackson,
the
an
highlight
edge out of
and
Arkansas.
more access with a subscription to NFL Plus.
Scatterbo.
The picks, the move,
they don't need a running back. They don't really need offensive sides as well.
all in one place.
Yeah, I'd say for them, I would say D-line and stuff.
Maybe that's Alexander.
They moved Jalen Carter, though, I believe, was the DT there. So just getting someone.
We're back in Green Bay, the host of this year's National Football League draft. It is a sports market unlike any other in the country. These are the fans who gathered in
I'm not really cheating. I just didn't realize
all around the
they
area.
threw it up there that quickly before they announced it.
So they got Saquon
It's not that
Yeah, because I do remember
The Eagles fans had last year watching their team.
so they could get running back from depth, but I would say
The
not.
Eagles
So they go
will make the final pick of the second round
Yeah,
of the draft.
Yeah, if you
Tonight,
for that.
if you want to go that kind of, for the Eagles anyway, that kind of depth, you could find that. What is that?
That's my daddy.
Is that your daddy?
Like I keep saying, I think it's a D-line. Some position big line.
Go Birds.
No,
With the 64th pick,
Yeah, I don't know.
the
no.
2025 NFL Draft,
What's the
Super
opposite
Bowl
of a
champion
defensive tackle?
Philadelphia Eagles select Andrew Makuba, defensive
Who?
Texas.
Andrew Makuba, safety from Texas.
safety had a
So they go
huge
safety
senior
now.
season with
I mean, they did lose CJ Gardner.
strong against the run as well. Three of you guys absolutely love him. Began his college career at Clemson, spent 3 years there. Before
Been 5'11",
I'll tell you
186
what, for his size, he plays like a much bigger safety. 5'11" and a quarter, 186 pounds. He hits like a linebacker. He's a smart football player, recognized and
Transfer
diagnosed.
to
He had one career interception
From
in 3 years at Clemson. He had 5 interceptions in Texas in this 1 year, 69 tackles, 4 tackles for loss. Lou, I look at a kid who hits like a linebacker. Reminds me of the Raiders back in the
I'm
day.
sure
But Atkinson and take him. Wow, he will light you up.
I'm sure he is.
Is everything you want.
193 tackles, 6 picks, and
Everything. Everything. Instinct, competitiveness, tackling,
ran a
man-to-man
4.45.
zone covers instincts. That hit that he had.
Oh, safety, that's not bad.
Oh my goodness. Talk to Steve
Eagles got
Sarkisian
them
about
to
this.
lock
He said the only thing he
in,
doesn't have is idea size.
Yeah,
That's
they're going to be
everything else
top
he
for a
has.
while.
We are headed to the third round, and before we get there,
That
there will be
area.
a special
That division.
presentation being made on the stage here. We've gone
On paper, yes. On paper, you would think,
the Eagles are celebrating.
I mean,
things crazy things happen, man.
A special presentation on the stage right now in Green Bay.
Crazier things have happened.
So we do have the Giants, who do have a pick in. Here we go.
That should be, that should start round 3. Right?
Yeah, hopefully this will now be round 3. It's a draft. Where we have the Giants, one of the worst picks.
Some service members up on stage.
The men and women of our armed forces. If you are currently serving or have ever
served in the United States military.
He does not want to.
Please join these outstanding
So I
service
mean,
members
the
as
Giants
if they
don't
will
have the
please
Carter and then Jackson
stand
Dart.
and be recognized.
Yeah, I'll do
Do you
Carter.
go receiver here?
Thank
Or do you
you
go line
for
to help
your
protect
service.
your offense? You know, your quarterback and stuff.
Let's go to
I mean, I think best case would be to either
Giants.
compliment neighbors, like, well, I think it's something to say. I think.
So they still have some regular starters.
Yeah, I was
As far as their line
This
goes,
is SpongeBob fault.
yeah, Malik Neighbors,
So I
Darius
thought it was
Slayton, Wandell Robinson, Lil Jordan Humphrey, Zach Pascal, and somebody named Galen Hyatt as a receiving core.
Something, okay, so they have some receivers. So maybe linemen then. Help protect the quarterback.
They drafted Bill Carter. They picked up Javon Cullen out of Miami.
Yeah, he's a safety. He might be a good
Roy Robertson Harris.
And there's a good Paulson Adiba, another.
Chauncey Golston and Chris Ford. They have Bobby as the rookie.
Yeah, I say Harris is known by the line, offensive line.
You know, tickets for the.
Well, they signed a couple of them. They signed a couple of
You
them.
could go.
Yeah, I mean, they still have Dexter Lawrence, DJ Davidson.
That's for the servicemen on the screen. That's for you guys. That's what I'll do. I'll try and put my part in.
So, you got
With us tonight,
So what you think
celebration on the stage, a beautiful moment.
For the Giants, this is the best entrance
We
would be
continue now on to round three.
well, there's still a center out of Georgia that's on the list.
Jared
Who is
Wilson.
busy here tonight? It shall be 5 minutes more here
They do have
in the third round. The Giants
some receivers. Well, we said they have receivers and corners that
of round three.
are available. We still have the defensive
To all
tackle.
our fans, you look amazing out there, and you look even better filling our stadiums
Who
on
is that?
game
Why
day.
does he
So
look like
thank you for that. With the 65th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the New York Giants select Darius Alexander,
Darius Alexander,
defensive
defensive
tackle
tackle.
from Toledo.
Wow. Alright, so they help Preston to clear that line. That's actually, depth.
And lined up pretty much everywhere on the D line. Great
So the Chiefs are
This is a great pick for the Giants.
picking next. It's the Chiefs,
of overall players.
the Browns, the Raiders, and
Defense at 6'4", 305. He's at scheme first little defensive end, defensive tackle. Red 4'9", 6.
I mean, I think it would be
40
good for
tackles, 7.5 tackles
helps
for loss, an interception. He was all over the field. Played 77 games.
Yeah,
I think
Raiders
I love that this year.
Toward the end of this round, the Ravens got back-to-back picks. So it's a 98 and 99.
6 stops, a sack, a pick.
1999.
That versatility on the defensive line gives you that athletic prowess, run stop. He gets into the backfield book. This kid I thought would be maybe an early to mid second rounder. He gets into the third round.
He's another guy I think a big free technique, 6'3", 305. I just love his movement skills.
They have
His
three
hands,
third round
his
picks.
explosiveness. He can move up and down the line of scrimmage. As a big man, he can change direction. He's the best of. I think his best football is still ahead of him at the three techniques. Well, I'll tell you what.
Him to Mike Green is going to be that next for the
Got
Ravens.
some horses now.
That's for
Next
sure.
one, so
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it.
Round three.
I mean, from what I've kind of heard from some people, it'd be a good pickup.
In the
This is broad.
2025 NFL Draft,
Chief Football Administrative.
City Chiefs select
Now, why is an NFL personnel picking for the
defensive
Chiefs?
end, Louisville.
There you go. Ashton Gillette. It's from Louisville.
3 years and
So Chiefs got an edge rusher from Louisville, Ashton, Salah.
City Chiefs, Red Sea.
Second team always.
Gelati with Jimmy Graham.
6'2", 264.
Offensive and defensive line. But what does he wind up doing? He winds up getting the tackles. He winds up on the offensive side of the ball. And now he winds up getting one guy who's a pass rush specialist, and now he gets Ashton Gelati, who can play both
defensive tackle and defensive end that Louisville that used him off the ball in the 2-point stance as kind of a joker. He can play the run. He can hold
So
double
next
teams.
is the Browns,
He's got great
Raiders,
power,
and then Patriots.
shorter arms, so maybe he's a better tree technique. Maybe he's a better
Browns,
interior
Raiders,
pass
and
rusher.
Browns.
But clearly,
Browns
they had a direct
whatever they
which
want.
we will not let happen to us in the Super Bowl happen again.
I mean, they already
Maybe they just go ahead and now maybe they take that quarterback.
You see it right there. Josh Simmons
So I
will be
mean,
a
they do have
starter for
Mason
that.
Brown. They
Norman Lott,
grabbed
maybe
Carson
Chris Jones will be a problem. Jelani, they'll move him up and down
And
the
they,
line.
they picked up that Quinshawn and Judge
Right to
going
the
back out of Ohio
the
State
clock. It's
in the
one
second
team
round.
that you can fight and take. Consider a quarterback. We'll see if we
Well,
get
they grabs that Mason Brown.
as we
So I guess they
continue
could go
from
extra
Green Bay.
compliment House Garrett.
What I missed?
Not much. We were talking
There's
about
some things that were better.
Yeah, so the Giants picked up, I don't know, yeah, when did you disappear?
Retirement savings. Boy, helps you choose
What do
the
you
right
remember
ones
last?
without over or under investing. Across all your benefits and
It was
savings
Kansas
options.
City's pick,
So you
but I
can
didn't see the pick.
So they, that was just someone, Omar Norman Watt, the defensive tackle from Tennessee. And then the Eagles took Andrew Makuba, a safety from Texas. And then the Giants in the third round, to start the third round, they picked up Darius Alexander, the defensive tackle from Toledo. And Chiefs just took Ashton July, an edge rusher from Louisville. So now it'll be the Browns, Raiders, and then the Patriots. The Raiders have 3 picks in this round. They have this one coming up soon, and then they have 2 at the near the bottom of the third round.
Okay.
So the Cardinals, what do they do here?
Today, we smashed 3.
I mean, yeah,
One day,
Scatterbo.
well, they just got a running back. I don't think they're gonna
Bring Rick's new growing moment.
Hey, Kelly.
Sometimes growing pains.
So he needs food?
I'm
Full sun, huh?
I mean,
Let's eat together.
a better defense can help them.
Grow your dream garden.
But at the same time, I don't fight.
Lowe's knows.
Well, I mean, they basically, yeah, they got Carson Russian since we were 2.
Wish I bought
They
Dixie.
get linebackers in. Like,
Yeah, so
Plates turn hard work.
so I mean, for me, I would kind of go
Next
with the
time,
line
get
maybe.
Dixie Ultra Plate. 3 times stronger than the leading store brand.
they picked
Mine was there in
there's a Siobhan Rebel, corner from East Carolina, a center from Georgia, Hayden Dole,
For
receiver
those who
from
serve,
Iowa
to be
State,
shared
They
with their
could go, yeah,
spouses,
they could
their
go
kids,
receiver.
and their
Uh,
kids for
Kevin
generations to come.
Winston, the
And
safety
because our
from
members
Penn
know
State,
USA Eggs commitment,
Caleb Johnson, a running back from Iowa,
they're proud to start their family's legacy.
Landon Jackson, an edge rusher from
USA Eggs.
Arkansas,
See if you can become a member today. Members who switch
Xavier
have
Watts, a safety from Notre
$725
Dame,
annually.
Kyle Williams, a receiver from Washington State.
Yeah, you know that.
So there's
Since when?
I mean, there's still some,
there's
fair,
definitely
fair
yeah.
games up there.
right.
5, 4,
So Penn said I can see Las Vegas going QB.
What a night.
I mean, I can see if they do for a backup. I don't know why they would try and go for Shador at this point. If that would be possible. If that's their route. Or they just got Geno Smith.
Said, because realistically, how much longer is Gino gonna last?
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, I know he's also getting up there in age. So I mean, maybe Las Vegas does get a QB. I wouldn't know if Shador might be the answer for them. But
The Raiders, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. An organization like the Raiders actually chasing after Shador. But then again, I'm interested to see if the Saints are going to go after him.
they just got that Tyler Show, the quarterback.
The Cleveland Browns select Harold Benton Jr., tight end.
Harold Bannon Jr., tight end from Bowling Green. So we were way off.
They were way off there. So when they go tight end for the Browns,
Suck again.
I mean, you go depth.
6'3", 241.
What's his name?
What's his name?
I went the tight end for David Njoku. I'd say it's a good depth for him, good backup. I've heard some things about him, so we'll see how he fares.
Can he play? competitive at the line of scrimmage, blocking a fly off the ball to you, catch the ball cleanly, and then run after the catch.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I would say it's a little shocking they go tight end, considering David Njoku, but I don't know if they have a good backup for him. And Njoku is also another aging vet, where he doesn't have a ton of years left. So getting someone of maybe similar play style could potentially help, or whoever they compare him to.
So basically, question you talk about.
So moved the Raiders on the clock. They picked up Ashton Giante and then they grabbed the wide receiver. So I mean, they could go offensive again, or do you try and help with their defense with depth?
Chip Kelly,
Seems like their pick is in.
Pick is it.
I love you guys. There is
I love you guys. Is that the same dude?
in the world in professional football.
Yeah.
Do you agree?
I mean, just read the pick, dude.
Fans in the world than NFL fans. Do you agree?
Yay.
I am thrilled to get the privilege to welcome another young man into the silver and black. I believe he has a commitment to excellence, and we are thrilled to get with the 68th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. The Las Vegas Raiders select Darian Porter, defensive back.
Darian Porter, corner from Iowa State.
And so Raiders good defense. Well, they did lose their star CB, Big Hobbs.
Yeah.
So I mean, they need someone to help that secondary.
Next, so now we get the Patriots, the Lions, and the Saints.
The Patriots are next. The Patriots go.
But he has got rare upside,
I would say surprising they went with a running back for second round. I didn't see that. I didn't see it. Well, they have Ramondre Stevenson. I guess at some point you do need that backup.
Able to read the quarterback, track it in zone coverage. He's got
And said not mad at that. They do need help in coverage.
For the Raiders, yeah, I'm talking about. And yeah, I mean, hopefully he'll be like
Play
Archie.
man to man, read the quarterback in zone, and continue to get better and better. His best football is ahead of him, but the best hope, the speed, all that is there for the makers of a really good quarterback.
Yeah, well, you need to go running back and then receiver.
Long range.
Wouldn't be shocked if Pats go O-line again.
I mean, I think I would have little because they already grabbed.
Patriot, Matt
They
Collins,
grabbed
Morgan
Moses,
Moses,
and grabbed another
Stephon Diggs.
So they could go like
They
center.
lost Brissett, corner Johnson. Maybe they go corner, like
Maybe
defensive
they go
or edge.
Maybe they go on defense. I would say
Maybe they go edge.
DT.
John Cena, the legend, whose presence transcends wrestling and transcends even.
I say fuck it. Wide
There's a
receiver.
special
Why not?
announcement to make right now.
What to compliment Stephon Diggs?
Drake May needs weapons.
What a night. Energy, potential, outlandish suits. I love it all. I am the Philadelphia WrestleMania hangover, so you won't see me in Green Bay, but you know what? That's kind of my thing, right? It's okay. It's all right. We still have someone special helping you with the Patriots.
So yeah, they got Matt Collins and Stephon Diggs. They picked up a center from Minnesota, Morgan Moses from the Jets.
Look, London,
Another offensive lineman from the Jets.
so you know,
Yeah, they got Trayvon Henderson.
I did the London game.
They grabbed Kyrios Tonga from Arizona. They picked up a defensive end from Philly.
Chit chat.
Harold Landry, Robert Spillane,
Back to Green Bay.
corner Carlton Davis from Detroit. Clayvon,
So maybe they focus on offense here. Maybe they go receiver.
With the 69th
Well, they could also
in
go
the
tight end.
2025 NFL Draft, the New England Patriots select Kyle Williams, wide receiver, Washington.
Oh, Kyle Williams, receiver from Washington State.
So yeah,
That's crazy.
Patriots go wide receiver.
Yeah.
Solid Diggs, Drake May.
Wow.
They're definitely getting a good team together.
That's a lot of receivers in your arsenal, man. Kayshawn Booty.
Kayshawn Moody.
Stephon Diggs and the Mario Douglas, Matt Collins, Kendrick Bourne, Devon Baker. Oh man, they got like 1,000 receivers. And now they pick up
That's an extra one hurt.
He has speed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, Diggs who's a good route runner, doesn't have the greatest speed, but good route.
I thought they go tackle with Will Campbell, then they went with Trayvon Henderson and running back, and now I mean, Patriots have been known to put speed out on the field.
Randy Moss. Julian Edelman, Rob Gronk, Tom Brady.
We'll make the next selection here. We're up to
And said Casey still needs wide receiver.
So Detroit's on the clock.
Yeah.
Actually, we're picking.
We just don't want them to be good, so we don't come for that.
D-back.
They grabbed DJ Reed though.
Yeah.
Then again, like I said before, there's a lot of receivers that are available. And they don't have a lot of receivers.
Oh, I did say that they did extend Jameson Williams and Hutchinson. So they got J-Mo.
Okay, maybe Eli
Edge. Maybe a secondary, like maybe in the depth CB in them. Or DT.
Wide receiver.
Oh, so they got wide receiver.
Wow.
Yes, Isaac
Tesla.
Arkansas.
Arkansas.
What's Tesla? He says though. It won't work.
So we get so next is the Saints. Saints, the Bills, and Jets.
Saints, the Bills, and the Jets. It's a bit of a thing there.
Word.
solid slot selection if they get rid of J-Mo.
Well, unfortunately, they did re-sign J-Mo. So. I mean, I guess either way, you can use him as a, wide receiver 2 or slot. So, I mean, that's a good receiver for there.
Yeah, so Saints went with Calvin Banks and first round, and then like I said, the Tyler Show, the receiver, quarterback.
An offensive tackle, Calvin Banks last night. They took Tyler Shuck, the quarterback, tonight. Where they go around 3.
Yeah, maybe imagine Shador would go after
nowhere.
Tyler Show would go before Shador Sanders.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
So Saints called Granderson, Mario Davis.
They have lost.
They signed Isaac.
So maybe they go Davis here.
Yedium from San Francisco. They signed Justin Reed from KC. They signed Devon.
Now we get to hang out with NFL fans.
I mean, they could do an end.
Oh, Devon Godchow.
That dude.
So they have no. I say they go edge. You compliment Cameron Jordan or potential depth replacement. And they grab to safety. They grab Justin Reed.
They signed Dylan Radness from Tennessee as a guard.
So I say for them, maybe an edge.
Liberty Mutual is all she's
But at the same time, they do also need another wide receiver too. They have Chris Olave.
Chris Olave, Brandon Cooks.
But they do need a number 2.
They have Brandon Cooks, Rashid Shaheed,
For some of us, personal
Cedric Wilson Jr.,
aren't just personal.
Kevin Austin Jr.,
Help all the people we hold in our
and
lives.
Bub Means,
Loved ones,
Oh, I'd love to see Bub Means play.
and Dante Pettis.
and the causes we care about.
I think for them it's either an edge or wide receiver.
At Thrivent, we help you plan your financial picture with the bigger picture in mind. Because the most important thing isn't what you plan for.
I definitely think you need a.
Where money
Definitely, I think they could definitely use a edge. And that being said,
And said tight end as well. Tyson Hill is at least, but getting old.
So the next available edge on this list is Jordan Burch from Oregon, Landon Jackson from Arkansas, The next tight end that they have was supposed to be Gunnar Helm from Texas.
I heard something about that guy as well. Yeah, if you want to see
Oh, really?
you want to see some stuff, I mean, there you go.
You want to see some stuff?
I was tired of floppy shirts with sweat stains, so I got this shirt I saw on TV, and now I don't have to worry about any of that. I got it shipped in no time, and I switched from regular polos to this immediately.
Yeah, Saints, and after Saints is Bills.
Stretchy golf shirt, but the top has a fur collar on it. I got rid of so many colors by upgrading to
Something with Bills.
And then Broncos.
Where do the Bills go?
Broncos.
All day.
Patriots get a pick coming up
At collarsandco.com.
soon.
Guacamole.
And then,
It is for real. Yes. Nothing is frozen. Made fresh every day. If you see
so some little side news here. We're 13 picks away from Steelers pick.
Or did we go? What if we went Q and hours? Like,
Real hard.
where do Steelers another one that get that low? That's gonna be it.
That Kyle McCord, another one that I saw somewhere that please don't. Thank you, sir. Who's that one corner that I also saw that? Well, I didn't mean to see that.
I'm about to ban you from your phone.
I'm not saying I'm not saying who, what, when, where, why, how. You'll see. I'm not saying a word.
Why are you cheating back there? Boy?
I'm not cheating.
I'll get out of it. Sure.
Ryan Ramsey, Ryan Ramashite, Ramachoo.
Great lineman.
Good lineman, yeah, really good, really good lineman, really good. There you go.
Vernon
Brian.
DT from Texas.
That you got to put in miles. 6'5", 311. Big dude, big dude, big middle dude.
I honestly like Quinn Ewers more than Sanders. As much as I hate Texas, I like him as a player.
I mean,
I haven't seen any of these other quarterbacks.
I have heard about Will Howard or like Kyle Ford possibly going. Jalen Milrow, I know was a thought, but I don't know if he would be the best scheme.
Yeah, he's not even. Was he on the list? He's still like best.
He's second.
I missed
Milrow second.
Merlin Broughton.
I mean, because isn't Quinn also another pocket passer too?
Okay, so the Bills is up there.
They got an OT and a DT from Texas.
Oh, okay, well.
And then they got Louisville QB.
Yeah, I mean, Bills got Joey Bosa and Ogunjobi, Joshua Palmer, receiver. Like, signed, the one that they signed.
Yeah, I still see that maybe a receiver here.
And got this guy.
Where they already got? I forget who they grabbed already. I'm looking at my notes here. Yeah, so they want that CB Maxwell Harrison.
Yeah. There you go. See, Landon
Jackson, the edge from Arkansas. Sorry, Arkansas. Yes. Oh,
looks like a convict.
He looks like that one bald dude on TikTok. Who you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Sorry.
I didn't say anything. What? You good?
6.5 sack. 2023. Did they not play him?
Oh, we might have already showed that. We just missed it.
122 tackles, 16 sacks. All right, he's got a fair. Looks like he's got a fair.
So go with Joey Bosa. He get this dude.
Ran 4.6 40-yard dash.
Not bad.
So he could be better than arms than speed.
So Maxwell Harrison,
He has a
TJ
small hand,
Sanders, defensive tackle. They went all on defense. Bills did, which is probably pretty smart. They got a pretty solid offense.
I still think that they should go wide receivers.
Jets.
The biggest pickup for them would be Justin Fields. I mean, they went lineman, so maybe you go with receiver, maybe compliment Garrett Wilson or go with the tight end.
Yeah.
I mean, they don't have a great tight end with Tyler Conklin. Then I think for them, I said tight end. Grab some of the help, Justin Fields. Better than offense.
True. Good player, John Abraham.
Okay.
Yeah, that dude.
So they go
Azarius Thomas, corner from Florida
State. CB, Florida State. Azaria Thomas.
Yeah, I was close.
Alright, so I mean, you get someone to compliment Sauce Gardner, who to me didn't perform as well last year.
But we're comparing him to Jalen Ramsey.
He must be a good player then, or a somewhat exceptional potential player. So next up, we do have Denver, who's picking next, 74th pick.
Mm-hmm. Denver and San Francisco.
Maybe I say for Denver, maybe they go wide receiver. I mean, they need someone to help with, Cortland Sutton. They already got that RJ Harvey. They already got a running back. So I say maybe wide receiver.
They got Evan Ingram. Linebacker.
So, and so the Denver needs wide receiver help. Sutton and Mims isn't enough. I would agree. I mean, I love Cortland Sutton, but he needs some help. I don't think Mims is the greatest choice to complement him. So, yeah, I'm saying wide receiver here. So, thoughts on the draft? Third round, 74th pick coming soon. Yeah.
Mims is a good slot guy. They need a 2-man.
Yeah. Yeah, great. We need that wide receiver too. Compliment. You got Mims on that slot. Go next. We'll have some great weapons.
Available for running back is Caleb Johnson, Cam Scatabo, and Samson from Tennessee. Receivers, you have Jalen Knoll from Iowa State, Savion Williams from TCU, Texas Christian.
Yeah,
Jalen Royals, and then
I like
that dude.
A.O. Manning.
I wouldn't be surprised if we ended up picking Cam.
I mean, maybe you're thinking their one quarterback to the thing about could be a fourth round.
Yeah. True.
I say maybe they could be looking at Jalen Miller, Quinn Ewers, Calvin Ford will have like maybe they're looking at them and going, knowing how these guys kind of are compared to Sanders, they could fall to our hands in fourth. So yeah, maybe here Cam Scatterville help with Jalen Warren, Kenneth Gainwell. They got a good line, offensive line, so be here to help for them. Pretty much.
These commercials, man, I swear to God.
There's something else in one.
What if I still have the charger up front of the desk?
Cassie, need help with the baby?
No, she's asleep right now. She hasn't moved. That's what she asked me to come up and do. Toss a movie, and for some reason the internet kept telling me about on T.C.S. Alright, did she text you again?
I mean, last I heard, Judy was sleeping while the rest of us are down here. I don't want her thinking she was asleep.
I think Judy went back to the room.
Five picks remaining from the Broncos. They got a safety, linebacker, and tight end.
I mean, they already picked up.
Key departures: running back, linebacker, quarterback, and cornerback.
Well, they already picked up a corner. They picked up a running back, and that's why we've said. Them boys might take Scatterman though, but the Cowboys. Because I know they're. But the Cowboys did pick up Devontae Williams though, but they did lose Rico Dowdle to somewhere. So I want to know. It could be a choice for them, but with how he's ranked on the running back list, I think it might be a little less certain right now. That's just my thoughts. I don't know about you guys.
Wide receiver Pat Bryant from Illinois.
So none of the top available.
Yeah, right.
There's Pat Bryant.
6'2", 204.
Yeah.
He's 6'2" and a quarter.
So
he has height.
Yeah, to me, it could be like a DK Metcalf situation. Height with some power on him. Get a good release. Kind of just could be a good pick for him.
Yeah, but also at the same time, how many CBs are coming into the league that have height and safeties?
Yeah, that's true.
So you have San Francisco, Dallas, and Carolina Panthers picking next.
San Fran.
Where did they go? So I know their pick. They did go with that. I mean, who did they get?
Check 12 isn't on there. It's in this one.
Well, they picked 11. So. They did grab that out of that edge rusher, Michael Williams. So they did go defense.
Oh damn, they ready to go. Julian Peterson.
Maybe they go wide receiver or a depth for George Kittle.
Maybe they go defense.
That's how Andrew Crown CMC is, and we go running back.
Linebacker Nick Martin, Oklahoma State.
Going cuckoo crazy.
So I know you like it.
5'11", 221, 21. Inside guy. Oh.
He said, "Get the fuck off of me."
He said, "Who's a rich back?" He's sort of like an inside back.
I think the player-wise, and name-wise, but I mean, they did lose some key defensive players. So, I mean, getting a good D-line, getting a good linebacker, maybe their fourth round they go running back. I think it'll be some good pickups for them. But the name, it could be a bit of a reach.
Oh, right. So they went defense 49ers so far this year.
Edge, DT, and linebacker.
So they lost that. Maybe next round they do go offense, running back, or receiver. Compliment. Now.
Yeah.
I know that Quan Jennings had potential, but I can see him being that slot guy. Unless if you pick for slot.
Oh, Cowboys about to go.
Cowboys got their pick in.
Guard.
They got yeah, so let's see what the Cowboys get. So they did grab. So they got 2 running backs.
They got a head coach, running back,
a linebacker, I think, something else. So
Defense, I think. Here.
defense.
That's my guess.
Get somebody
My guess they go defense.
compliment Micah Parsons.
Corner, Siobhan Rebel. East Carolina.
So yeah, Cowboys go CB to help compliment Trayvon Diggs.
6'1", 194. A little bit of.
That is
They got a little bit of height, fair height to them.
Cowboys.
Okay.
A little bit touchy though.
Uno momento. You gotta get rid of this bot.
Those damn bots ruining everything. What the hell? Yeah, I mean a good choice for them. So,
For the Cowboys?
yeah, for the Cowboys.
Definitely Cowboys. What you?
That's fine.
Yeah, so Panthers here. Oh, Panthers pick is in. Panthers, Cardinals, and Texans.
A Diva CB, perfect for Jerry.
I dive, I think he means
World.
I dive CB.
I was about to say.
So Panthers got their pick. Oh, I'm sorry.
What?
So they go
Princely Human Millions.
So yeah, they go
Financial Ole Miss.
Milan from Ole Miss.
You man Milan?
You mean my Momo?
Transfer from Ole Miss.
From Florida.
From Florida.
Oh. Alright.
Big dude.
I think what the Cowboys should do.
Big dude. Big dude is still that edge.
Old boy Jerry.
Yeah, that's a nice edge right there.
I agree. It's definitely a decent pick on their hat.
This is for the
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah, sort of I mean,
that line.
sort of reminds me a little bit of Heisman.
Yeah.
Got that strong desire to get to the back door.
Oh, they got 2 edges.
Scorpion.
Oh, we got there. They got him.
Their edges are covered. All right.
Yeah.
Cardinals are on the
Keep that in
clock.
mind. Cowboys edges no more. Well, they covered their edges. The Cardinals, Texans, and then Colts.
Eat up Archers, DT linebacker.
Curious Tonga. What is that?
That's a Jack Beatles.
I don't care.
From film I watched of him, he like a mix of J.J. Watt and Highsmith.
Yeah, definitely saw some Highsmith with him, so yeah, I mean, hopefully it can be a good pick for them.
More commercials.
As always.
Marcus Limbo and Purdue Emory Jones. Yeah, those guys will probably slide 4th, 5th, 6th rounds.
I did hear some things about that Everett Jones, so I am kind of wondering where he might go.
Joshua Palmer. I heard his name.
Farmer. Yeah, it's not Joshua Palmer. No,
So,
it's Farmer.
one of these edges is going to go. Definitely not to the Cowboys. Jack Sawyer.
He's a good edge.
Jack Sawyer.
Safeties, Kevin Winston for Penn State, Xavier Watson, Notre Dame. It'd be nice to see one of those guys fall down to us somewhere.
I feel like NFC South is going to end up in a shootout between Tampa and Carolina.
A shootout, I can see. Yeah. I mean, especially if they play each other.
Yeah.
Because it's like good offenses, and then as of right now, like mid defenses.
And 30th.
Or like above mid, above average, defenses. But yeah, I can see it between Tampa and Carolina. I'd love to watch it. Let's see who wins.
Yeah, I think we'll be interested in seeing what Tesla does this season.
Come on with a new model. I said, come on with a new model.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant the player.
I didn't.
That's what he meant. I meant the car.
Man, y'all lost me.
Man.
Lost in some time.
Yeah.
Chipotle.
How about we're nearing pick 80 and Shador is still
Shador is still not taken. I mean, there's reasons, but there have been quarterbacks known to fall a little bit.
You're right. There have been quarterbacks known to fall.
Good.
You're right.
So I think for him, I think it's depends on who chooses it. Like which team has that system that will best use him. Or Shador Sanders. That's how I see
it. The pick is in. The goddamn pick is in. Hi.
That's what
No, you, man.
Oh.
Patrick.
Yeah. Listen, you did well in your first 4 seasons, and that was that.
Jordan Birch, edge from. Oh. Good, buddy. I'm sorry.
So, Cardinals have picked Jordan Birch, an edge from Oregon.
Thank you, buddy.
So
6'4", 279.
We did see another edge go.
Yeah, y'all had 3 of us and now
we can't read.
It's an easy name.
Birch. He was named after a tree.
Guys, we'll do the actual novelty if we practice this.
No, we did not practice this. If Sanders goes undrafted, I will be the most. It will be the most embarrassing draft tank.
He's not going to go undrafted.
I'm
just going to go later round.
But maybe 4 or 5 I can see if he doesn't go 4th. Or if he doesn't go 3rd year.
Oh, Birch, and you got Will Johnson and defensive tackle. So again, they went defense. A lot of teams are wanting to strengthen their defense because they got tired of getting they were getting tired of getting beat up by the likes of Eagles and.
So Texans got Christian Kirk, John Rankins, and they grabbed C.J. Gardner-Johnson with a new offensive coordinator.
Oh my!
But they lost some linemen, a safety, and a running back.
Houston Texans select.
I think they went back home.
Oh, Jalen Hall, receiver from Iowa State.
I mean, didn't they just grab a receiver though?
Why are your old asses there, man? Like, isn't past their bedtime?
5'10", 194.
And playing in the snow.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I could play in the snow, yeah.
Honestly, it just seems like a wide receiver 3.
Oh.
I mean,
he has some get up and go.
He has some speed on him.
Look at that. We're gonna name him after Dylan's car.
This is also super heavy defense class. It sure is, yeah.
Believe it or not, it's also heavy in receivers too.
Yeah, I would say. I mean, it
really is. It's really deep.
There's bigger names in the offense, but it does have a deeper defensive class.
Like deep.
I mean, they took 2 wide receivers and OT.
Well, probably because they want C.J. Stroud to throw to somebody.
Are they going to trade someone maybe? Or do you think
they all look like different fonts of Patrick Mahomes?
Oh, come on. You're on crack.
And Colts. I don't think they go Shador. They grabbed Daniel Jones. They grabbed him. So he could be
I like
What in the world is that? Justin Wally.
CB from Minnesota.
corners.
They,
Yeah, this draft is very heavy in receivers and corners.
yeah, and edges. They like to edge.
Dude, it looks like he's got a mop on his head.
You got a
Edge is
mop on your
jealous.
head.
I might.
You're right to know.
That was a good read.
Yes.
I'll give you a read.
He had 49 games, 7 picks, 34 passes defended. 4.4 40.
He was 8th among all the CDs.
Not bad.
You care if I play with?
Good.
Bye.
Switch stats.
Go away.
I shared my chicken nuggets with you.
Melted.
Yeah.
You should.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
that's a draft off it.
Stupid.
Yeah, so I got Tyler Moore and JT, somebody from Hedge from Ohio State. Yeah,
You can have my-
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, Colts have got some good people so far.
Listen up, guys.
Right?
Just 3 picks.
Wow.
81, 82, and then we are 83.
Yeah. Oh my God. What's his name?
That's a cowboy right there.
Terry Bradshaw.
No.
Alex Cowboy.
Cowboy
I
Bobby.
think so play.
With the 81st pick.
My shirt lit.
Biggie want legs.
Dylan Fairchild.
Oh, I'm good. Thank you.
A guard out of Georgia. So an offensive lineman, bit of help.
Sure.
We can protect Joe Burrow.
Good, man.
And then they go defense first one, correct?
We're gonna say down there.
Oh my God. Burrow got protection.
He sure did not, yeah. Where is Cincy? They're 17th. Oh, they got Shamar Stewart. That's right. So they did go defensive edge.
Short top. Yeah.
So yeah, go defense and go offense. Kind of helps both sides of their biggest needs, I would say. I'll be right back, folks.
He'll be right back.
Edge, linebacker, guard.
Alright, what up?
Titans are on the clock.
Titans. Well, Titans have done Pittsburgh.
Breaking news. Pittsburgh is trading away their only pick.
Where did Titans go? And they went QB first round. Do we know who they went second?
They say need an edge and a receiver.
Maybe they go receiver here. I mean, they Cam Ward has to throw to someone. I'm just saying.
Fuck it, they pick up Jalen Nora. Will Howard.
Well, no, I'll go Calvin Ford.
Bishol Tootin.
Bishop Tootin, yeah. I heard some things about them.
They're really putting Samson above Scatterville.
So they got Williams, Jalen Rose, 1 and 2 for best receiver right now. I like Iron Manor, I might be saying it wrong, and then Ty Felton, 3 and 4.
I mean, that good work. Fuck it.
And worked with Jason Bell.
So I took an edge.
Oh, I took an edge. So I would say wide receiver here. Don't worry, guys. They got Van Jefferson as a wide receiver. Don't worry, they got Van Jefferson and everyone.
Holy cow. Bud Lights. Many Bud Lights. Bud Lights. Give me one of those.
Yeah, I think they're going defense here. Their defense was the whole team, both sides of the ball.
Their whole team's deplorable. I mean, I hate to say it, but ever since they lost Tannehill to Henry, they just went downhill.
This job is
And Clariton boy, Tyler Boyd.
Oh, they did sign Tyler Boyd. I forgot. Yeah. I still say wide receiver.
Welcome back to Green Bay. Tennessee was on the clock last night. They make Campbell the number one pick in this draft. A moment after hearing Cole Wood autographed his first official jersey as a member of the fight. He can sit on that jersey and sign jerseys of all the NFL players who walked the stage last night by visiting NFL.com/auction. All proceeds will be donated to respected players.
Hell of a name. Okay.
Going for their second pick.
Yeah.
I mean, the dude got Kevin Zeitler, though. He's a good guard. Dan Moore isn't going to do jack shit. They lost Mason Rudolph, though, so you never know if they could go, Jim Melrose.
Kevin
Jr. Well, they did lose Kevin Byard, so they got a replacement.
Started as a sophomore show classes that partially tore his ACL in the second last season, working his way back ever since.
Well, yeah, I think that's a good choice for them. I don't think it's that too far of a reach.
Now, he's a stud now. He can do it all types of things. He can play the star in the slot position. He can play a linebacker position, meaning strong side ball.
He has a good read.
He can play the middle of the field. He can tackle and run. He plays great competitive offense in that person. And then he has he looks better in 2024.
No.
And said, I got $10. Steelers don't take Sandy.
They don't.
I don't think they do.
Watch, they pick.
I hope they go Cascado.
I can tell you.
No.
No.
Get off your phone.
No. Oh shit. Look at that.
Oh, don't worry about it now.
Oh man, it's so good guy.
Don't worry about it now, bud. It's a third round pick. That's sick when you. Oh,
6 straight playoff losses. Longest losing streak. Yeah, tell me about it.
Glenn Swan. Announcing for the Steelers selection.
Oh, here it goes. What do you think, fellas? Where are we going?
I think it's Cam. I think they go Cam Scott, or at least a running back.
Jalen Mellor.
In the
I think they go receiver.
NFL draft, the Pittsburgh Steelers, looking to be dominant once again,
QB.
select Caleb Johnson, running back.
Oh. Caleb Johnson.
Caleb Johnson from Iowa, running back.
He's a terrific
So
player.
I'm not mad.
Big time
No.
running back of the year. Breakout.
Oh, my man. That's right.
Touchdown.
You flash that stuff, brother.
Big back, 6'1",
You earned it for sure.
and he runs big. He plays big. He's got good vision.
6'1", 224.
That's a good backup with
And you put in all fucking caps.
And once I put him
Fucking idiots.
downhill, doesn't always need a hole. He's got the power to make his hole.
Just wanted to emphasize on that.
He's got to get a little bit better catching the football.
Yes, I agree. Scatterbo was a better option,
But overall, from a running standpoint,
but I'm still not mad about Johnson.
how hard.
I mean, if you think about it, Scatterbo and Warren are kind of the same. It seems like to me, from what I've heard.
Scatterbo, he is a very strong runner.
So I mean, having Caleb Johnson, who's a little more elusive in a sense, it can help with Jalen Warren's
Oh,
strength.
that's just looking,
I mean, a good for us, a solid
better than talent.
Yeah.
4.57, 40.
He was outstanding this year. One begins to wonder.
But I do kind of think that Scatterbo is also a good pick. But I mean, I believe
At least he's,
This
used
is
to wearing
turning into
clothes.
quite a stunning development. There's no way to undersell
There you go, ladies and gentlemen.
On we go. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers with the next selection.
Running back.
So where do they go QB though?
84th pick.
And Sanders is still not taken.
Burning hot right now with the 84th pick in the 2025 NFL Draft. Tampa Bay Buccaneers select Jacob Parrish, DB, Kansas State.
Look at this old. He had no idea who any of these players are whatsoever.
So he is likely
None.
So Hamilton and Raiders have back-to-back picks at 98 and 99.
2004, so he has only.
I want to say this is the dude that
I'll tell you what,
somebody.
outside, he's going to be a slot corner.
No, that predicted that possibly the Steelers would take this corner out of Kansas State.
Aggressive football player, tough, hard-nosed, battle-tested. He'll come up and hit you there like he's feeling coverage as well.
You know, it's funny. Really good reaction time too. Going to the Steelers pick. The biggest need for them was the quarterback, and they have still not tried anything to go for that.
I think they just
I really think that would have been a better pick.
There is a trade though, with the Patriots who were on the clock have traded. We'll see the Phil. They have traded with Kansas City.
Chiefs.
Okay.
Chiefs.
What do they got? They already went tackle, OT, and DT.
Receiver.
Rams got pick 90.
Round number 3 with compensatory picks. We'll have 102 selections before I hand this over.
Maybe, I mean, for quarterback, maybe Steelers are eyeing someone else. Maybe they're not going. Sure.
Yeah.
As I've said, there is that Will Howard who has been a big name for the Steelers prospect.
In the 2025
So,
NFL Draft,
can we
the
wait and see?
Kansas City Chiefs select Noel Williams, defensive
Noel
back.
Williams is a corner.
Transfer from UNLV, consensus All-American last year.
Yeah, and again, the draft is pretty deep with receivers and corners, so
4-4-6.
in a way, I guess it's probably real smart. They go up against somebody that they want, so that way, just hoping that somebody wouldn't grab them. Because I still like that.
Speed, very good press man.
After watching what was happening, I was a little bit impressed with that dude.
Good
Kansas
he's
State
just
before.
opportunistic as far as being.
So yeah, Henson Will Howard was carried
Very
at
good finishing skill
OSU.
here. You see,
I mean, I've just heard that there have been mock drafts where we just snuck in a fourth round.
you're going to see him when
Yeah.
they're turned to the
But
sideline.
I'm just saying, rather than Sanders, maybe they are just eyeing up that different quarterback and going, yeah, we see this talent, but we'll go
Across the
here.
field, he's going to be the guy who's going to be in the right place at the right time, and then just return it for a pick six.
Yeah,
They're going to see
wait and
Noel
see.
at the
So
end
we
of
got
the season.
Chargers,
He goes
Packers,
up
and
down, does everything right, really
Jaguars.
worked hard to get himself in
When's the
position
next
to be
pick?
drafted high here
Fourth
in
round.
2025. Kansas City
Which will be tomorrow.
stockpiling
Yeah.
defensive
Well,
players
yeah,
again on that side of the ball. They've done a nice job of developing
Give me a
defense.
second, Joey.
I go
He said, I take Quinn and Ryan before Howard.
The Los Angeles Chargers at pick number 86
Fuck it.
from Green Bay.
Milrow.
I have said before, not like on here, but there's a weird thing about potentially.
No way game was So we pick when I started. Again, we have the 21st pick in the fourth round, which is pick 123.
Everything.
What's up with all the fucking one? Because we're first from the exits.
I think it did. I think we have a pick in the round 4, and one pick in
6 and 7.
4, 5, 6, 7, yeah. So,
But do we trade at all? Do we trade for that?
Imagine if there's an ESPN
I doubt it.
Sportsbook app that linked to
I don't
ESPN
think
app.
there's
You could
much.
track
And said, I got
that
beef
stats
with Alabama being a
streaming
South
event on
Carolina
Apple
fan.
tabs. Personalized offers based on your fantasy.
So Jalen Burrows,
Literally just started
Alabama.
ESPN Bet, which exists.
But there have been plenty of Alabama quarterbacks so far out of these drafts that
Sure, my
have done
best
pretty
idea
well.
ESPN Bet.
Most, not all.
Sportsbook of ESPN.
Yeah.
Sign up today and receive $100
So I mean, Noah could do another
first $10
case.
bet.
You got Texans coming up with another pick. Ravens with another pick. Seattle with another. Saints with another pick. Browns with another pick. Patriots with another pick. Eagles with another pick. Raiders with 2 more picks.
The 2025 NFL schedule will be released soon. The stage electric.
Wait and see what happens.
Rematch for the ages.
I mean, there are many trades. I mean, still kind of a suspenseful, draft round.
Could see Ravens go wide receiver. Could.
Good. What would Lamar throw them? Lamar go, you got this guy, but yeah, I might be able to take it myself.
45 minutes is all it takes to take a
I
lunch
would just
break.
hate to be a wide
Stream your
receiver
favorite
on
show.
Baltimore, just
Child
knowing
mom.
that
But for a child born with a
your
cleft
odds of getting the
that's
ball.
time it could take to
There's a lot
heal
less than
their smile.
being on another team.
With your help, Operation Smile can reach thousands
Well,
waiting for
yeah.
left surgery.
Probability of that receiver getting the
Smile
ball
in as little as
like
45 minutes and
from
transform
Baltimore comparative to like, Kansas City,
or go online.
Philadelphia, Buffalo.
Social media. I guess
Because,
Hi, Greg. Today I'm going
it's
to
just, yeah.
I only get one
We've
child.
even known
Don't
to
let
have
social media
great wide
control it.
receivers.
Get safe phone and watch it with no internet, no
I'll
social
just put
media,
it out
and no
there.
worries. Gab.
But
Safely
it would be funny as hell if fourth round Sanderson is still there and we sniped.
Available, brought to you by
That would be a very good fucking draft class.
Tell you what, Shador makes no sense to me. I mean, we could go through
I'm telling you, we're not
without Shador Sanders.
going after
That's
Shador.
nonsensical. This kid should have been.
I'm just saying, like,
Well, Philly did switch to more run based because of Saquon. Saquon.
Throughout the year, he would have been a much higher pick than why is Black not that guy?
So
this guy got black.
He looks like a younger version of Dwayne Johnson.
Oh, you see that?
Yeah.
That was different. Marcus Mbo.
Yeah, I mean, Saquon's a great running back. So, not surprised.
Melvin Gordon. With the 86 pick in the 2025 the Charter select Jamari Caldwell, defensive tackle from Oregon.
He said, "Clutch the touch push."
Last year at Oregon was 14 games at 332 pounds.
6'2", that's a nose tackle right there, brother.
Yeah.
6'2", 332. That's big beefy right there. Look at it. Big beef. Yeah, look at that. That's big beef right there.
Hey, is that the 300-pound dude?
Yeah, he's 332.
That's him. Oh,
yeah. He's 332. That's big beef. He just pushed that freaking, was it the guard? He pushed that guard like he was a high schooler.
I wish I was that guard. You're at a 5'16", 40-yard dash.
Next, Casey Benton.
Yeah. Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
Good comparison. Yeah.
Definitely. So Packers are picking now. They got their pick in. So they got Aaron Banks, Nate Hobbs, McCall Hardman. They just got their other wide receiver. But they did lose AJ Dillon, Josh Myers, Eric Stokes, Rick Valentine.
They're going scatterbo right here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised.
Scatterbo.
A line. Yeah, I would say a line for them.
The German Packers. New York.
They have the youngest roster in the NFL in 2024.
Damn.
Average age was 25.
25 drops by receivers.
Well, luckily they got that.
Josh Jacobs, 15 rushing touchdowns.
I'm still gonna say it.
He's still running hard. Good for him. So they need a defensive lineman, corner, or offensive lineman.
I'd say maybe CB because the whole J.R. Alexander case where people think he might get traded.
Fucking Jerry Kramer. Oh my lord! Why are you toting this old ass out here? Why? You may have one person in the audience that might actually want to do this.
Is that you?
Maybe. Thank you. Thank you. Uh-oh. I just went in my pants. I just went in my pants too.
2025 NFL Draft. The Green Bay Packers select
You read it. Oh, Savion Williams, receiver from East Texas Christian. They went receiver.
They went receiver. Okay.
They said the heck with the corner or D or O line.
They said we ain't dropping shit ever
Well,
again.
they want someone that's going to catch the ball.
Yeah.
Yeah, their receivers had 25 drops.
Yeah.
I mean, luckily it was like the entire Green Bay receiving core. Deontay Johnson had 25 drops all to himself.
Only playing 3 games.
Yeah, only playing in 3 games. He's 6'3", 222.
Damn. He's a character.
I thought he got better, more comfortable, catch ball with your hand, body catch a little much, as I said. But he's a versatile chess piece, Lou. This kid's got a lot of talent.
They must be like, we're tired of hearing the hate about not drafting wide receivers, so we're gonna spend all dicks on wide receivers.
Red zone, he's going to be a problem. You put him in that wildcat quarterback there, or just put him at quarterback and run.
Listen, I mean, they need a good duo of wide receivers to help Jordan Love. So I guess they got it here.
Yeah, they got Matthew Golden in the first round. So now they have Williams.
So far, with Jacksonville on the clock, they've only had 1 pick in round 1. That was Travis Hunter.
Right?
So where do they go here then? I mean, they picked up some of them live, it seems like.
They lost Evan Ingram, Christian Kirk, Andre Cisco, Mitch Morrison, Brandon.
Yeah, and said they did get the wide receiver steal of the first round. But the Bears got the best steal at wide receiver this draft.
Luther. Well, I might have to disagree with that. I'll explain. Who? Caleb Bradshaw. I mean, I do think. I mean, yeah, the Bears did get a good wide receivers, but the same was said about Romeo Dunze. And I didn't watch all the games, but I heard that he didn't do quite too well. So
he said Luther should not have fallen to the second round. I still thought he was like low first, high second. So
yeah.
That's what gives you the ability to go ahead and play and sub and not be worried about teams running the football on you. A guy getting mismatched against the physical slot receiver.
So Jacksonville have 7 picks remaining, and we're already on round 3.
Yeah, I told you.
So if they're picking up Bradshaw at CG, then they're most likely putting Hunter at wide receiver, like we were saying yesterday.
Oh, well, they have this pick too.
They got 2 picks.
They have back-to-back picks.
Imagine they go wide receiver.
Yeah, they have this pick here, and then it's the Rams, Ravens, and Seahawks.
And the causes we care about.
They also have Omuze
We help you plan your financial picture
also
with
had
a bigger picture.
to deal with
Because the most
a
important
stuttering
thing isn't
Caleb
what you
Williams.
want. It's who.
This is where they get
Where
scammed.
money means more.
They do get a running back.
Mm-hmm.
Who do they have a running back? Does anyone know? Who?
Travis Etienne.
Yeah.
And they could go Trevor Trevor Etienne. Or Trayvon's a Trevor.
I don't.
I know his brother is in the draft, so they could with the brotherhood.
There's Bob, everything.
I mean,
What are we looking at? Jaguars, right?
yeah, running back.
Yeah, Jaguars.
ETN is a dual threat. He's a good receiver too.
Yeah, Travis Etienne, they have Tank Bigsby.
Oh, they do have Tank.
And Keelan Robinson. They signed a bunch of dudes, man. They signed a lot of linemen.
So they could go defense here.
They also got Nick Mullins. Who?
The Jacksonville Jaguars select Wyatt Milam with West Virginia.
Guard.
Guard.
Wyatt Milam.
Milam, I think.
Yeah, they also got
Guard in the West Virginia.
they have Brian Thomas Jr., Josh Cephas,
Let's see, he is 6'6".
Diami Brown, and Travis Hunter, and
And a big man.
He's got some height on him. As a guard, hey,
He's going to be a guard in the NFL. That's his best position. But why did Milam keep that frame?
that's a tall dude.
The quarterback.
Good pick. Their O line isn't the best.
Yeah.
Rams and then Ravens.
Rams and maybe Rams.
Rams and
Maybe Rams go Shador.
Rams and Ravens.
Maybe Rams go Shador.
Rams. You got the Rams. Rams got Devontae Adams.
We can,
Terrence Ferguson.
You're right.
Tight end.
It's seldom pretty with this guy.
as he drafted Ferguson.
Yes, they have Garoppolo and Matthew Stafford, and then Stetson Bennett. Yeah, I think they really
I think they got QB.
go QB route. If not here, they have Puna Ford that they signed. They signed some other Schmuckatelli.
USC.
I can see Lawrence taking Sanders sit behind Stafford for a year. True.
Yeah.
Doesn't seem like the Rams are in that realm of quarterbacks if you have freaking Stafford, Garoppolo, and Stetson Bennett.
Yeah.
If they're going to take somebody, they're going to take someone like the Ohio State dude or
yours.
Whatever the other, the Texas dude.
Jalen Nora.
Yeah, they don't seem like like they want to base their offense around a super mobile quarterback. The Peyton Clean. God damn, Peyton
Pushes the boundaries of innovation. Powers the unexpected. All on one battery platform. Experience the industry's most powerful cordless pressure washer.
So while we're at commercial here, any thoughts? People here and online.
Again, we're sitting at pick 90 and still no
Shador.
No Shador. Quite frankly, I'm at the point where I really don't care where he goes, if at all. I really don't. I'm actually a little bit more wanting to see where Scavo goes to.
Mm-hmm. I'm curious.
Also, we're going to do coach.
Anybody left?
Yeah, so Rams picked up a tight end. That's all they got so far, and I was in the second round.
I mean,
so you got the Rams here, like I said, Rams and Ravens, and then Seahawks, Saints, and Browns and Patriots.
Do you think one of those teams might trade them? Like Browns could trade.
I think once you get to this point, there's really no value in anything, unless you're going to trade. Unless you want to say, "Hey,
trade for
someone's like, hey, can I take this one? You take, you take my 7th rounder or something like that."
So unless Sanders falls to Steelers in the 4th round, he isn't going to start next season. He got to be a backup. Yeah, I mean, at least with the Rams, that would be the hope. You snag Sanders.
Y'all just got to get away from the Shador Sanders and Pittsburgh train, because they're
just have him get mentored for a year, then he could take over.
As of right now, the reason why we're sitting on Sanders is just because he's top QB prospect.
Top prospect.
Well, he was.
And then you have Jared Wilson.
90 players later, he doesn't really look too much of a prospect.
Jalen Milroe. Yaya Black. BT. Charles.
Black. Good told you. I'm like, what? Yeah, Marcus
Royals.
He's been on this fucking market with Bo for a while. He was originally projected 3rd overall. Shador Sanders.
Yeah, well, he's projected to go back groceries with Deontay Johnson. That's what he projected. Him, Deontay, and Delgo. They're gonna be the steel metal cart go getters that time he was
new. Devontae Adams, Ford,
Partridge, Marcus Robinson.
I mean, yeah, I mean, the Rams gained or lost.
All they got so far is this tight end.
Yeah, maybe they go line here. Just to have someone for Stafford or for the new QB. Or whoever they have. I say they take Cam Scatterville. That's what I think.
Josiah Stewart, edge from Michigan, goes to the Rams.
Those kind of
No Sanders yet. I mean, where will he go?
Well, it's the Ravens' pick.
Could the Browns still try and go and get him?
Could Sanders fall right here to Baltimore?
No.
He goes, no.
Please no. Anyone but the Ravens.
I mean, honestly, having Scatterbo with Henry.
Oh, I was talking about Sanders for you.
No, it's not. I feel like Henry could definitely mentor that.
Oh, make another Derrick Henry?
Absolutely. He has the build. The greatest thing Scatterbo has for him is break tackle and yards after.
Yeah.
He has the most yards after
like Jalen Moore.
Yeah.
Rams are a little bit. They're
the way
kind of bad off. I don't want to say bad off, but their draft picks they have kind of sort of same amount of draft picks as we do. It's just like one per round, and you got teams like freaking Browns and Saints and.
Well, it's Mr. Eat everything and not eat anything. The way the Browns have drafted this year, it's more than likely tanking.
Emory Jones, offensive tackle from LSU.
Huh? Oh, they take that Emory Jones, offensive tackle from LSU. That's a good lineman for them. Oh, something taken again. I mean, I don't know. I mean, I think they've drafted pretty well for this draft. So I mean, them grabbing a QB, maybe some like depth lineman.
Yeah, Ravens did definitely
from tanking. But knowing that it is the Browns, they will somehow tank anyways.
Yeah,
it'll happen. The Browns are the Browns.
Yeah, Ravens with Malachi Starks, Mike Green, and Emory Jones.
Yeah, they got some good players there.
So I mean, they drafted.
They're going to be
fairly smart.
Yeah, they're going to be
Seahawks pick is in.
So Seahawks only had one pick, which was a tight end. They do have 6 picks remaining. Steelers trade with Vikings to get 97 would be hilarious. Yeah. I mean, Steelers trading in general would be probably hilarious.
Yeah, like you said, all the Seahawks have is a guard, Gray Zabel. And they drafted.
Seattle did get,
but they have Cooper Kupp, Marquez, Valdez Scantling.
10 says Seattle in the line.
Yeah,
they got center.
Maybe you got that short.
No, I agree. They do need
there. I mean,
they do need offensive line for sure. For sure.
Sure. I heard quarterback Jalen Milroe was
quarterback Jalen Milroe.
Jalen Milroe. So Seattle goes Jalen Milroe, the quarterback from Alabama. That is a little surprising, but
you know what Shador reminds me of a Wile E. Coyote, man. He just keeps falling off the thing. He gets smashed by a rock, by the Roadrunner. Well, the Saints are up. This may be it. So Milrow is not coming to Pittsburgh.
I mean, at the same time, though, I mean, Milrow is a Geno Smith type. And that whole improviser thing. I mean, just like Russell Wilson. That has been Seattle's quarterbacks.
Yeah. Yeah, that's what they like. That's what they like.
Yeah, so if Milrow
as their signal caller is like that.
They're definitely going to do that.
The improviser.
He's pretty old school.
So good.
Man, so much Russell Wilson his first 4 or 5 years in the league.
Oh, look, you got your run. I'm like, Russell Wilson.
He's like he runs like a style of a wide receiver, but as a quarterback.
So,
And the position of
Saints are on the clock, and they still have some time to hold on. Take it down there. I'll say
Yeah,
that.
they're
They got Nick Corey. Where do Saints go?
They go with the guard and you go with the tight end and only got Jalen Milrow. So that's pretty good. That's not bad. That's some pretty good.
I say New Orleans go linebacker. I mean, you're soon to lose Demario Davis.
They go 93, and then Cleveland 94, and then they're back again at 95. Oh no, that's
New England. Yeah, Hen says tight end. I understand. Yeah, I could say for me. Yeah, I'd say tight end or linebacker for them.
Well, their tight end Jawan Johnson led the team.
Well, once again, Mel's needs quarterback.
They need a
corner,
lot of
wide receiver.
Maybe they go receiver though. I mean,
that's available.
There is some
Chewy Shador, Kyle McCord, Will Howard.
Imagine we go Dylan Gabriel. Like,
come on, man.
Watch the Saints pick up.
I don't even know who is behind Hill and line up for tight end.
Well, Saints just got. Didn't they get the?
Yeah, Tyler Show.
Thank you.
So Saints have Taysom Hill and Juwan Johnson, who Johnson led their team in receiving yards with 583. So I mean that kind of. So
Saints just picked his.
Yes. I mean, I just think I wonder.
Yeah, because I got Calvin Banks.
Are we waiting for Rodgers then? Is that what it's going to be? We're not going to choose one in this draft?
Well, I think no, they were choosing Shador in this draft. If so, we're going to choose his ass in the 7th round.
Yeah, so
there you go. Calvin Banks and Tyler Show.
Yeah.
Was their pick so far.
And then they got Virgin Broughton, a defensive tackle.
And they also,
I say linebacker.
They signed Brandon Cooks. And I know they signed a guard in the offseason. They signed a few guys on defense in the offseason, including Justin Reed, safety. So, yeah, I think they're a better way to go. I don't even think there would be any pretty fair, decent linebackers available.
Well, when you have a washed car, it breaks my heart, but the disappointment Spencer Rattler as the QB2, you're not going to have a lot of receiving yards.
Well, there you go.
So they picked Jonas Sanker, safety from Virginia.
Safety from Virginia. All right.
Okay.
They have defense.
And once again, so next up is the Browns and the Patriots and Eagles.
Could there be a trade? What happens between out of the Browns?
There's always a possibility of a trade.
I'm not going to say Steelers, but I mean we always talk about the Steelers, but like, could a trade happen here?
That's a steal of a safety.
Well, I mean, good for them.
Yeah.
Oh, that's all I can say for them.
Ran a 4.40, bro.
It was 7th among the safeties.
Shit, there was a fucking, what, like 280-pound fucking guard that ran fucking under him like a 4.40 3.
Mason Graham, Carson Schwessinger.
I mean, I believe that Malachi
Sean
Starks
Judkins,
is the
Harold
biggest
Penn.
steal of the safety.
I expected the Lions to take him to complement Kirby.
So the Browns have their pick in. They said, fuck trades, we're just gonna pick.
Tevin Jenkins, Malik Collins.
They did lose Nick Chubb. And Nick Chubb still is a free agent. So, I mean, ooh, they could go running back. They could go Cam Scatterbo. But I still think they should
Really
go.
picked up a receiver running back.
So who have they dropped so far?
Who?
The Browns.
Oh, they had just showed it too. They had Mason
The
Graham,
Eagles.
Schwessinger, linebacker. They picked up a running back from Ohio State. The other one,
They did grab a running back. So I say they go.
Judkins or whatever his name is.
I said they go receiver on compliment Churchill.
Penn said I could see the Eagles trying to make a trade again.
No, yeah, I can see it.
Well, the Browns pick is in, so
That ain't the Browns.
yeah. So there you go. Mason Graham, Schwessinger,
And Carson Schwarzenegger,
Carson Judkins,
and
Joe,
tight end.
tight end.
I see a receiver for them. I mean, you're looking at the receiver or linebacker at least.
He said that I see them trading back.
The Eagles. Yeah, I can see it.
All right. Oh, let's see. The Browns. Yeah. DeAndre Carter signed from Chicago. Of course, they're gonna get Pickett and Flacco.
They still need a QB.
They still have Deshaun Watson. Yeah, they
Tackle
signed
got suspended for his hit and came 3.
Carson Schwessinger, Mason Graham. They have Myles Garrett, Denzel Ward, and Emmanuel offense. Greg Newsome, Delvin Grant. I mean, they look pretty good on defense.
Yeah, they have
Especially with their couple with Schlesinger and Mason Graham. And they also have Joe Tryon Shinoika that they signed, Jerome Baker from Tennessee, Badgers.
Jerome Baker's kind of.
Well, I'm just saying that's who they signed. So, when you go and sign guys in the offseason, we're really not. It's not highly probable we're going to go after Dylan Gabriel. Maybe they go kicker.
Day 3 starts at noon tomorrow.
I'll be at work.
Yeah, I'm gonna be out.
Right. No thanks, buddy.
Darn.
Browns select.
Quarterback.
Dylan Gabriel, Oregon.
Wow, okay.
Okay.
So Browns go Dylan Gabriel, quarterback.
Okay.
What the absolute fuck?
What?
What are they thinking there? Are they trying to get another Baker Mayfield?
What? I mean, you go. Wait a minute. You have all these picks?
Maybe they like his playing. I mean,
absolutely, but
that's all.
You're absolutely right.
Like he played.
Somebody within the organization was impressed by that man. Said, "Hey, he's sitting there. Let's."
I mean, he seems to have a good he has a pretty good arm. I'll give him that.
He was played in Oklahoma too.
So Hen said Gabriel going in round 3 is more shocking than Sanders falling.
That's a true statement. No, that's
And for being around
that's a pretty good
3,
point.
yeah, that's
Yeah, being
around 3.
But again, Browns having the picks that they've had, I guess had this guy on their board, and they're like, hey, he's sitting there. Let's just go with it.
Yeah.
Let's just go with it. Let's do it now and
But
have it.
it does seem like some quarterbacks are not going off. So maybe 3 and 4 is where we see the quarterbacks.
I like how that cameraman trying to get up in there.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, he's got some pretty fair stats, but then playing with Oklahoma and actually playing with Oregon too is not all that bad. It's not too slabby.
Hen said he got exposed by OSU. He's never going to make it against an NFL defense.
Oh, come on.
Well, honestly, you can say that for everyone. Like, you don't know how they're going to react against the NFL compared to college.
That's one team.
All right, New England. What are they going to do?
Quarterback. They went with the center from Georgia, protecting Drake May.
Good pickup.
You want to find a way to. Yeah, I mean
that can be a good steal. That's a massive steal, yeah.
No, that's a smart pick.
Falcons are on the clock. To be traded for Cook.
You're too funny. Yeah, so we got Falcons, Texans.
How could already have their pick? Jesus.
Yeah, Falcons, Texans, Raiders, 49ers, Eagles, Texans again. So you got Texans with 2 picks coming up, and Raiders with back-to-back picks. And then
he was the number 1 ranked center in the draft.
I'm surprised he fell to the 3rd round in a way. Well, not really.
There could have been some.
Not really.
There could have been injuries or this or that, or
just other needs for teams to fill, other than center. And I guess at that point, being the Patriots, you're like, you know what, this guy's there, and he was fairly high on the draft board. Let's just go get him.
Yeah.
Oh,
sorry. Don't mind it.
They're super loud.
Chips are always loud,
Yeah, keep working it. It's a pretty good linebacker.
Xavier Watts
from Notre Dame. All right. Well, that's a safe pick.
Yeah,
for Falcons.
Yeah. It's a lot of safety.
It's a safety pick.
You guys talk.
420.
Yeah, 2nd round. I mean, there's been a lot of good picks, a lot of unbelievable picks as well.
I mean, honestly, I think so far the one that surprised me the most.
Uh-oh.
What?
Wow, trade alert. No.
So the Vikings have traded their pick. It seems like they're trading to the Texans. That's going to be Eagles did trade back. So where do the Texans go this aggressively?
What pick was the Eagles supposed to be?
Were they the Vikings pick? Or who the Vikings have.
That'd be crazy if the Eagles traded back to the Vikings and then the Vikings traded with the Texans. Oh, they traded with the Falcons.
Oh, okay. I hadn't seen that. Must have missed it. Alright, so Texans
Jalen Smith.
CV, Jalen Smith out of USC. Seems like a good pick. Decent. It would go with 5'10" and a half, 187 pounds. He said it's a bad pick by Houston. Well, they want to try and get someone with Derek Stingley. Yeah, we'll see. Could be a backup guy.
It seems decent, but once again, like, we don't know how they're going to be in the NFL.
Yeah, so he said 75 total tackles and 3 picks in his entire college career. 41 total games. So now we have Las Vegas on the clock. They have back-to-back picks, but do they trade? Do they trade one of them? I mean, it's just it's a thought, theory.
They're using up all their time.
I said, maybe they trade him. Oh, whoa. We won't know. They probably have a pick, and it's just not working. We got a pick.
With damn near 5 seconds left. And said, I see the Raiders going D-line to try to help Crosby.
Yeah, just not a bad thought.
Cool. You don't think Yaga Black is enough?
He could be.
So many commercials, man. I mean, I see why they were taking their time on the first pick. It probably gave them more time to decide on their second.
Yeah. Well, so yeah, commercials to work with anyways.
Yeah.
Commercial.
Joshua Farmer is still on the board from FSU.
They want to be a bad
Farmer Brown
to go with Crosby.
Made fresh every day. If you see an open kitchen,
he said same with Braden Thompson from LSU.
Okay.
We'll find out after these fucking commercials.
Yeah, we'll find out after the commercials. The 1 million commercials.
These commercials are gonna put me to sleep. Well, what do you think?
What, where Raiders go?
Yeah, having a back-to-back.
They could do a defense offense type of situation. Offense, defense, offense, whatever.
Fucking, they're grabbing Quinn Ewers.
I see an edge happening. They picked up a CB, correct? 3rd round, I think.
They could.
They could. They could go safety. He lost Trayvon Boverick.
Go Ransom or Billy Bones.
You know, whoever they're more comfortable with. Pick one of them. The other could be a lineman.
Now here comes his long speech. Stop delaying for the Raiders to think of another pick.
Oh.
This is cheating. This isn't fair.
What's up?
Caleb Rogers.
Tackle.
The tackle out of Texas Tech, Caleb Rogers. 6'4", 312.
Big man.
Bit of a big man there, but we can't go wrong with some sort of lineman that could potentially help.
He's durable. He has a school record with 55 consecutive starts. So
Penn said big guy tough, so that could help.
and durable.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like watching him, and it's a bit of a weird comparison, but it reminds me of like Zach Frazier, like the endurance they can have, you know. Or another lineman that has that endurance to just keep going. Fuck.
I think the cat's behind me playing that fucking ball.
I did hear something.
Probably.
And they already got.
So it'll go pick 100 San Fran and pick 101
Philly.
Philly.
That's the last thing.
Charles Grant.
Okay.
Offensive tackle.
Okay.
From William and Mary. Charles Grant. So,
Okay.
a line. They're trying to help Geno Smith. They got Ashton Gianti.
I'm gonna imagine those two guys have probably versatile enough to play either side.
Seems like another big man there. He's got some good speed. I mean, that'll help with pulling. So that can be useful. It also seems like he has some good arms, like some good push. So get like a speedy guy to
transfer.
Yeah, so I'm like pulling. Once you pull him and he just hits. So that could be a good pick for them. With both of them.
The Raiders with Genty and wide receiver and Vetch.
Running back, wide receiver, cornerback,
and two tackles.
And two tackles. Yeah, the Raiders have gotten a pretty good draft.
Right, you get two tackles and you get
he said
running back and
yes, Lane Johnson playing stop.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that'd be good. Good bowler.
He also said I still like Kirk over Rodgers, but I feel like Steelers will take the QB tomorrow. Probably.
Unless if
I think so too. So we got the commercial.
I think
another commercial.
So this will be 49ers, Eagles, and then Vikings to end this out. Finish this off. Last three.
I mean, 49ers. Where do you go there?
Running back.
He's a running back. Yeah, they did lose that backup that they had, Jordan Mason.
And then with how accident prone CMC is.
Yeah.
the hell? They have another flavor of Dr. Pepper. Fucking blackberry.
Hey man, sometimes Dr. Pepper fans want something a little different. You never know.
Yeah, no, thank you.
So yeah, San Fran, Philly, and the Vikings. I wonder who those teams could go for.
It's hard to say for Philly. Fuck, they might be looking for another fucking trade.
Probably.
Still think Niners need to pick a running back or tight end.
For sure.
And Scatabo would be a good fit. And then he also said Blackberry Dr. Pepper is great.
I feel like Scatabo can kind of fit almost anywhere. With the type of, playing style that he is, he could, make or break for a lot of teams.
Yeah.
So, more make than break. But, so it does seem like that the 49ers have 11 total picks in this draft this year. They are tied with the most. So, I mean, they could just get a lot of depth, honestly.
And said he is a good versatile running back.
Yeah, I would say he is.
He has the power. He has the elusiveness. He's just an all-around running back. Like, when I watched him play, it reminded me of a Saquon. Like, Saquon has the power to break through. He has the speed to get away. He has the moves to get around. So,
yeah.
Stout.
Oh, excuse me.
Corner
from Western Kentucky. Not regular Kentucky, but Western Kentucky.
He agreed with me. He said he gonna be the next Barkley. He can definitely make it happen. That'd be crazy. Philly picks up Scabo. Yeah, I think we're starting to catch the delay here between streaming and live.
Uh-oh. Eagles did trade again. We have a trade alert, folks. Eagles have traded, please. No, the Broncos. So,
dude, you could have picked Scatabo.
Oh, imagine that. Barkley and Scatabo.
Yeah. Instead of Sonic and Knuckles, it would have just been Knuckles and Knuckles.
Yeah, but they don't,
No, I'm just like, for a perspective for Scatabo, that would be great to be behind Barkley. As a running pair, you would gain a lot of strengths being a second back to Barkley. And even like I mentioned earlier, even with Henry.
Davion Jones, edge from LSU.
Okay. Dallas sucks. So yeah, Broncos pick Savion Jones.
Savion Jones.
An edge from LSU. Yeah.
He would be a perfect mentor, but it'd be like in Doom Marine back there. Like 2 Doom Marines back there. Absolutely, it'd be fucking scary to have that backfield.
Yeah, scout of freaking Barkley or Henry.
Yeah.
That's just a scary thought.
I mean, we have other big runners that were drafted. It's just based off of his stats of like how strong he is and the highlight reels that I've seen or have actually physically watched his games. He's insane. I seen another Barkley.
The pick is in. It's last pick of this round, folks.
Last pick of the third round.
An edge from LSU ranked higher. True. But we've also seen how people have been ranked higher and they're still not picked yet. So,
centers. Yeah.
Who? Stu. Who? That dude's old. Stu's old.
Get used to it. That warms our hearts. With the 102nd pick in the 2025 NFL Draft, the Minnesota Vikings select Tayshar Felton, wide receiver, Maryland. Skull Viking.
Tay Felton, wide receiver from Maryland, gets picked by the Vikings for the final pick. If it wasn't for Gentie's records, Scatabo would be a higher prospect. Absolutely. But he still held the record for yards after contact.
Oregon, when they were number one ranked at for 72 yards, this kid is
Yards after break tackles.
from the ball in his hands and then going. Tracks the ball well. Excellent body control.
Yeah, absolutely sneaky wide receiver pick.
Yeah, with how the Vikings kind of the coaches themselves mentor the wide receivers for Vikings, he could be scary.
He very rarely dropped the technical ball.
I mean, they turned Justin Jefferson, Jordan Addison. I mean, a pretty decent top two.
Another pretty good
duo there.
Not too many picks in this draft.
They also traded him, so.
How funny is it to sit there and look at that list and go, I don't know a few of those guys, but you're one of them. Why do they keep showing that freaking dude, man? Why the fuck are y'all there? Piece of garbage. Just look at you.
But they're not dealing with players. They're sure kind of you. But they
Vike seems to always hit with their wide receiver selections. Absolutely, just like Jay Jetta.
And you had Randy Moss for them.
Yeah.
And that was the start. And then now you fast forward to Jay Jettas. And now they get this Ty Felton. Good selections all around.
So, overall feeling about the second and third round of the draft. I know we only came in and halfway through the second, but what do you think?
Because, I mean, obviously it goes without saying, Shador's still out there and available.
Still out there.
And the mere fact that you had two other quarterbacks go before him.
One including Dylan Gabriel. Who,
I'm sorry, so it's three. So it's, Tyler Show.
He was second round.
Tyler Show. What's his name? Dylan
Gabriel.
And then, the middle room.
Yeah.
All three of those went before Shador.
Yeah, 3 lower prospect quarterbacks go before him.
Yeah.
And it's all because of his attitude.
Sometimes that's what it is. It's just the attitude, and they're like, "Hey, you seem like a player who want to be serious about this team."
I think what's nice is a lot of teams went and did some smart picks,
Yeah, like I said,
particularly to help.
after looking into how like the Steelers were like breaking it down, and we're all like, yeah, they should have definitely picked a quarterback in the first round, but you don't want the same shit to happen again. So they're being more decisive, and they ended up getting Derek Harmon, DT, to back up our strong tackles. So
Well, not only that, but we also struggled a little bit with run defense.
yeah,
So there you go. Jackson Dart, Tyler Show, Galen Milrow, and Cam Ward. There's still Shador Sanders, Will Howard,
And
Quinn Ewers, and that dude from there.
Kyle McCord. I know it's one of them.
and two of those were picked in round 2 and 3.
Mm-hmm.
Huh. And Dylan's not even in the top 7.
No.
Right.
And
I mean, that's the thing is,
right. And again,
I mean, Dylan Gabriel, who's like always near the bottom for the prospect quarterbacks, like as I've kind of seen, is how he was treated, and he goes 3rd round above Sanders.
Yeah.
It's just it does make you think.
And
Like,
perhaps, maybe, well, I don't know. I haven't watched enough Colorado games to really get a fair assessment and understanding, but it's possible they may see traits of Dion in him with, it seems like a lot. And I will tell you this, though. I did hear a story that whatever game it was some form of, I don't know, bowl game or whatever it was, that Dion was wanting to take Shador out of the game, and Shador absolutely refused to come out of the game. He said, I started this game and I'm finishing this game. That doesn't scream, someone that's all about themselves. I don't know what does.
Like I said, it's his attitude towards the game and towards others. So, I mean, he could go 4th round, 5th round, possibly 6th round. But yet again,
and
one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time, came out of the 7th, 6th?
TV. Yeah, 6th round. And again, same with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was what?
last pick.
Last pick.
Yeah.
Not that he's, a GOAT, but I mean,
he's a starter.
He's a starter and has done pretty well, as and again, organizations have individuals that they employ to scout, and they come back with what they think would benefit the team year after per year. So Tyler Show, Jalen Milrow, I mean, these guys, they fell in these positions, and for the Cardinals, they're like, well, we're going to go after him. I mean, the Saints are like, we're going to go after him. He's there, he's sitting there, we like him. Same with the dude from Oregon.
Yeah.
They're like, we see some good stuff. We think, we could polish him up a little bit, put him in our system, and so on and so forth. And he'll be successful. He'll put us in the right position. This guy may be talented, but again, like I said, when you think about what you're going to do for yourself and not the team,
and as I kind of watch as they're playing some highlights of him, it does seem like he moves a lot in the pocket.
He's indecisive. Either that or Colorado's offensive line was.
Or I said the line
freaking horrible.
I don't know Colorado's.
I don't know either.
Their players, but it did kind of seem like he's a little tippy tappy with the toes. So
tippy tappy. tap tipple.
Tippity tappity tip. Well,
A message has been received.
Receive the message.
One of you want to come get Ahsoka? Mom's asleep in the bedroom, and I'm going to bed. Okay.
yeah, we're actually.
Would you mind bringing her down?
wrapping this up here?
Sure.
So overall, second and third round, a lot of trades, decent picks.
Yeah.
Crazy picks you wouldn't have really thought of. Yeah.
Thought of, but there was a lot of smart picks too by
Yeah.
teams. They were
So-
doing that. There were quite a few teams that picked
Drafting smart.
right, particularly to help strengthen a weak defense that they had. Really, which is nice to see. They just weren't. I mean, look at the Bears.
Tight end, wide receiver, OT, DT.
Right, and those are all talented players and smart picks for the
Yeah.
Bears. They're like, hey, we need to strengthen, this up.
Yeah, definitely.
I'm just kind of I'm curious on where Cam is going to go, and I'm still curious on where Sanders is going to go.
Yeah. Yeah, sorry.
So we're going to kind of wrap it up there. Not really much to talk about more about the draft. Just like I said, unbelievable trades. Eagles still doing their stupid trades as always. Actually, a decent bit of trades at the end of the third round.
Yeah.
It was 2 back-to-back. So, but that's going to be it for tonight. If you haven't already, drop a follow. Hit the subscribe button on YouTube. Swing by Discord, Twitter, TikTok. Links are in the bio. Also, if you're into anime, we do another podcast called Anime Madness PC. You can always go check that out. But yeah, that's pretty much about it. I'd say the last thing is just another shout out to Derek Harmon's family, going through the struggle of losing his mother.
Prayers and condolences.
Yeah.
That's all I gotta say.
It's
Exactly.
really unfortunate that after the happiest moment of this man's life comes the saddest. So I'm glad she was there to witness her son be drafted. I'm glad they got to be able to share that moment, and that moment was one of the final moments they had together. So, which honestly, it will help drive him in the right direction whenever it comes to being a part of the Steelers organization. So,
Really hope for the best.
A message has been.
but yeah.
But not to take away from all that, which was very nice. But the interesting thing is, there's still something for Pittsburgh fans to look forward to, not just because it's a draft, but because we still don't have a quarterback.
Yeah.
So there's still draft, still rounds 4 through 7, so there's that big interest for us to come back and see what's going to happen.
I mean,
are we taking any quarterback?
I mean, as much as the fans might not agree with the Steelers have done, but if you look at how our roster kind of is, they are being smart about it. They are noticing that people are not going for Shador for a reason. And there are still some of these, other quarterbacks who they may have a higher, ranking for.
Yeah.
So just, you never know. I mean, every draft is different and anything can happen.
Right.
That's all I can say.
That's all I got to say about that.
I have to say, folks just have to do it, eh?
Well, once again, looking forward to see what happens tomorrow. Unfortunately, we will not be live tomorrow. I'll be working, but you'll probably be working. We just won't be here to do it.
We'll have time.
Until next time.
Till next time.
Party on.
But once again, if you haven't subscribed, drop the subscribe, hit the notification button, drop a follow on Twitch. You can follow us on Twitter, TikTok, and join the Discord. Love to talk to you there, get more ideas, get some feedback, see what you guys would be more interested in. But yeah, there's definitely more to come. Thank you guys for sitting through almost 3 hours of this again.